Welcome, everyone, to a very special Halloween episode. I mean, it's not just an episode. It's just Halloween, and I'm very excited.
Happy Halloween.
Look at my eyeshadow. I did orange eyeshadow.
Ooh, it's spooky season. I did not do makeup, but I do want to paint my nails white. I do want to paint my nails white and flick red on it so it looks like blood splatter, but that's a different story.
Bloody nails.
My name is Jake. I am the GM of this show. I go by he, him, but I'll be playing a bunch of different characters, so pay attention. Let's go around the table, the virtual table. Jonas and William.
Hello, I am the virtual and real-life Jonas Newhouse. They, them, playing the chameleon gnome storm druid Robin, she, her.
Hi, I'm William, they, them, and I am playing Remy Ashwillow, the Goblin Fighter, also they, them. Jonas and I are also in a band together called Glass Beach Band. Well, it's Glass Beach.
We're called Glass Beach. People call us Glass Beach Band.
Yeah, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram, on Patreon, on Twitch, all that stuff, Glass Beach Band. And our website.
I wonder why they call you Glass Beach Band when everything
is...
They
Glass
started
Beach Band
it. Well,
is the Glass Beach
it.
brand. That's the...
We started it. Yeah. They continued
Finished it?
No,
they made sure it never
it's
stopped.
Not done, yeah. And then our
we
website,
didn't plan for it to stick. Yeah.
Our website, glassbeach.band, and I also do two other shows for QueueTimes. One is was previously a Kids on Bikes campaign. It will return to that eventually, but is currently on hiatus from a Dungeon World campaign that we will also be returning to shortly. Those are all on the QueueTimes main YouTube channel. One in a playlist called Hijinks and Handlebars, and the other is in a playlist called Hijinks and Dungeon World. And then the other show that I run for QueueTimes, which is returning next week.
Hey.
Or, well, this week. I mean, Thursday. It's shit.
Yeah.
On Thursday, it's Killer Set. It is a Monster of the Week campaign where I take real-life musicians and bands, and I have them play musicians and bands that have to solve mysteries and fight monsters in order to play their gigs. This week's guest is going to be Bad Moves.
Hell yeah.
And you've heard it here first, even though I kind of said it on a different stream a while ago. But yeah, it'll be great.
It was confirmed for you here first.
Yes, and it will be a one-shot this time because bands are not only hard to get a hold of, but hard to nail down. So,
William, you had a birthday this week too.
I did.
That's true.
Yes,
there's probably some carrot cake in the fridge, huh?
Oh shoot!
I'm sure it's still good for
I'm
today.
sure it still is. Yes, I'm old now.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it was Wednesday.
Yeah. The cake's still good.
Baby Libra.
Yeah. Cake's good. Yes, I'm 28 now.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! How's it feel getting older?
It feels good. I'm looking forward to 2 years from now when I get my golden birthday.
Mm-hmm. Because you're
I'm not gonna make a shower joke. I'm not gonna make a shower joke.
Good.
Well, I probably will shower on my birthday. What do you mean? I mean,
That's exactly what I mean. Yes. And then let's move on to Molly. You're up.
Whoa, that's me. Hi, I'm Molly McIsaac. I play Masa Magnificent. We are both she, her. Hey, y'all. I actually have started streaming. I'm really proud of myself. Yeah, Jonas came and hung out as both Jonas and Glass Beach the other day. I'm playing Genshin Impact right now, which is just Breath of the Wild with waifus. Pretty into that, except a bunch of people on Final Fantasy Online last night told me it's Chinese spyware, but I don't care. It's got waifus. Anyway, I'm going to be streaming most nights later at night because I don't sleep until it's light out. So come hang out with me at night. And my Twitch name is Night Glimmer. And I'm in the chat usually during the game. So you can just click on my name and go follow me. And I'm going to try to get affiliate like this month, hopefully. So then you can sub.
You can follow her now, but if you just keep track of her and follow her when she's on stream, your name will show up, and that's really fun. That happened with Glass Beach Band, and I was very surprised.
Yeah, I put like fun little animations on. I spent like all day hyperfixating and learning Streamlabs.
Nice. Well, and I was actually something I learned today that might be a thing is people with ADHD actually, some people, not all people with ADHD, actually may have delayed sleep phases. It could be a reason why a lot of people with ADHD will stay up later because of fact that their sleep phase has shifted. I know it's something that I have a problem with.
Yeah.
But
That makes a lot of sense, Jake.
Yeah,
everyone in here just went, oh shit.
My therapist told me that a couple of years ago, and I was like, wow, I feel so seen right now.
Krug, it looked like you were about to say something.
Oh, no. I was about to make a joke saying, oh, let me just pull up my DSM and flip through the pages, since apparently this is psychology 101.
Well, Krug, why don't you finish us off?
Sure, I will not. Nope. Let's get right into the show. I'm Krug, playing Krug Claudel, both of us he, him. I have two things to say this time. One, Game Gorgon is a show that we do on YouTube, youtube.com/QueueTimesMain. It's an educational RPG show. We do a lot of Pathfinder content because that's what you guys seem to like a lot of. And we're going to be talking about the Magus. I'm going to be rendering that after this because I can't render it while I'm in here. So after, I'll be rendering and uploading that. So expect to see that soon. That's the educational content. This is not educational content. This is a home game, so we might do some things wrong on purpose. We might do some things wrong on accident. Feel free to tell us in chat. That's not how that works. But sometimes we'll just be like, we don't care, and then we'll move on. The second thing is, if any of you use Astral Tabletop and are also giant IT nerds, you can totally send the network request to skip your turn to Astral over and over and over again, and it never checks who is sending the request. It just skips to the next character's turn. I think that's absolutely hilarious. But that's all I got to say about that. Move on to the next thing. Let's start the show. Let's do it. I literally, in the home game that you were supposed to be at, but were too busy to join yesterday, I think it was, I was literally just at one point, just Control V, enter, skipping everyone's turn. It was so funny.
Oh my God.
In my defense, I was unable to play because I was helping Eric edit the Predacious intro video. So yeah, which is something I want to eventually do for this show, but we're not there yet because
in Resolve, right?
Oh, I'm doing it in DaVinci. He's doing it in Premiere, and he's super frustrated, and I'm like, oh, my friend, wait until I show you Resolve. You
haven't seen Resolve.
You will throw this product away as soon as you can.
We're going to change the entertainment post-production landscape as just QueueTimes. We're going to do it all by ourselves.
So something you actually touched on that I actually wanted to bring up. Someone from chat, I'm not going to call them out because I think that they're wonderful people, actually messaged me today and was like, hey, I could not call out rules in chat for you if you want. And I was like, no, seriously, please do. Do you know how nice it is to have an entire section of people being able to go oh, that rule is actually this. You don't need to pause your show and look it up.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. We say this is not an educational stream, but it is for us when you tell us.
Well, and it's not so much for the Twitch people. It's just for new people, mostly on YouTube, right? Because they'll join and be like, this is wrong. Why would I watch? Don't watch this for educational content. Watch Game Gorgon for educational content. Mm-hmm. We're not upset by any means.
No. I legit love it. That being said, stick around this month, both on this show as well as all of our other shows, as well as our Discord and our Twitter. We're actually going to be doing giveaways all month for dice. So here is a sample of it. I don't know if I'll do the makeup thing.
Right.
You'll drop it on the table. Oh, there you go.
This is a large metal single dice. We are partnering up with Die Hard Dice and going to be doing a bunch of giveaways. So make sure to stick around because we're going to be doing them during the shows. So it's important that you come and watch and be a part of that. And then make sure you're following us on Twitter and make sure you're on our Discord because we're going to be doing announcements and giveaways on all of our platforms so that we can grow and get bigger and have fun. So yes, before we get into the show, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to kind of end the last episode, kind of do a tiny little recap. As all of you, I believe, Krug, you had the Kissy box.
Yeah.
Krug,
I think the last thing I said was, what's the bad news?
Yes. Krug is holding the Kissy box as Arturo tells him, we found the last piece of the skull. And that was the end of the episode. Arturo went on to tell you that he knows where it is, but doesn't know who has it, or even if they know what it is. That they haven't been able to do any of the proper research and sneak in and hide and try to get as much information like he has been doing in the past for all of the previous pieces of the skull that he has done for you. This time, he just has an area, a small town that is a few weeks away that you will be able to travel to and get to. But he has a small request. As things have been getting a little wild and all of Arturo's men, all the crows are out and about dealing with this massive zombie issues, he has been left alone at the headquarters. And the headquarters is actually placed in a town. And the town's actually been getting attacked by Fizzle's sticks and has been having a large amount of not zombies, but there has been zombie attacks, but there has also been a lot of scarecrow attacks. He believes that Fizzle knows where he is located. He's requested that Scott be brought back, and him and Arturo can help protect the city. Because if he leaves and Fizzle doesn't know that he leaves, they're just going to attack the town and kill the people. The other issue is that, well, you could deal with Fizzle, but Fizzle's only attacking one town. The zombies are attacking everyone. So he has made it, he's put this decision on himself and has asked to have Scott return and help him defend this city while the four of you move forward into finding this skull, the last final piece of the skull.
I mean, are you okay with that, Scott?
I mean, I would prefer to be with you guys, but I understand the decision. And I mean, if you guys are cool with it, if you're cool with it, and he leans over and sees that Moss is like kind of sad and looking down, and he puts his finger on her chin and lifts up to make her look at him. Are you okay with this?
I mean, I suppose when duty calls, I should understand, but I get really cold at night without you, and also you make me breakfast every day.
I'm sure Herring could do it.
It's not the same when Herring does it.
I know. We got this, though?
I think we'll be fine.
If you promise to come back soon.
I will be back with you as soon as I possibly can.
Bring your thingy.
The hammer.
Oh.
No, the other thingy.
Bring everything, Scott. Just bring everything. We don't need to get specific. And bring all your things.
Don't leave anything behind. How about that?
Yeah. Don't leave anything behind.
I don't know how you would leave the other thing behind, but like definitely.
Well, we don't know what that thing is, so it's hard to talk about it, right?
Whatever it is, you've got it, so it's okay. We're good.
I mean, if you could leave it behind, I would be kind of impressed.
But he can't and he won't, and I think we're good, Scott.
I'm gonna start unwrapping one of my hand wraps.
Honestly, the idea of us carrying on into possibly more dangerous territory without you scares me, but this seems like the way it's got to be, because Arturo can't handle the sticks on his own, I suppose. I mean, who could?
Well, Scott.
Yeah, you probably could, actually. I don't know how close Fizzle himself is, but if you meet him, get in a situation where you talk to him, I don't know. I mean, he used to be one of us. Maybe it's worth seeing if he could redirect his sticks for our goals. I don't know where he's at. I don't know the guy, but
Arturo, who is still on the kissy box, literally says, "I think I've got a general idea of where he's at. He's on a ranch of some sort. It seems to be in a valley, but we can't quite find it. So
sure, okay.
Is it a Hidden Valley Ranch?
Yep.
No.
Well, we'll find this ranch in the Hidden Valley, I'm sure. Do you think he can be reached, Arturo? not physically, I mean. Emotionally, mentally, you used to work with him. Do you think he's lost, or is there hope?
I think we need to focus on priority 1, and then once we've dealt with that, we can move on to the next.
Okay.
By the way, the reason why I did the Hidden Valley Ranch thing is because on the Calendale server,
you did plan that.
There is an entire ranch storyline.
Oh my god!
I thought Krug found that and you just agreed with it, but no, that was your plan. The wicked dungeon master.
And as you can see, chat is having very much fun. Yes, I think we need to deal with priority 1. My concern right now is to keep both you and the city safe, and this is the only way I can think about it because everyone is being overwhelmed.
No, it makes sense. It doesn't feel good, but it does feel necessary.
I mean, we might be okay because, we don't have Scott anymore, but at least we have Mia now. Mia is, probably doesn't have anything going on. She can probably come along with us. There's nothing to worry about.
Right. I mean, we're trying to save the world here, right? Like, you could definitely help with that.
Mia's like, I have a dragon to hunt.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That makes sense. Yeah.
After maybe you meet up with us.
We'll hook back up. It'll be cool. I mean, you'll cross our paths. You'll help with the zombos. We'll help with the dragon. All of the.
Do you two have a way? Can your jaguar lady connect you two or something?
Excuse me. Her name is. Pulls out notepad.
Kazutal, yeah, so sorry, Kazutal. I mean,
thank you. Be a little more respectful of my god, please.
Can Kazutal, the great one with the jaguar around her dang neck, and she bring you two together when the dragon's done or something? Is that in her power?
No, probably not.
And Arturo from the box literally goes, "You have spare boxes."
Well, I didn't know if we could just give these to anybody. I mean,
I am entrusting you all to be able to give them out as you please. But mind you, all of those only communicate with yours. It's not like
Sure. Oh well, then I'm not even worried about it. I mean, here, there's one for each of us, right?
Yeah, we gave one. We give
one to the cowboys,
to the
farmers,
the hot gay farmers. We give one to them, so we can give one to Mia.
Yeah.
All right. So then we have 2 left because I think I gave mine.
I think you give yours, and now I'm giving mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, yes, we shall meet up again, Mia. Sorry, we can't help you with the dragon right now, but I promise we will as soon as the skull piece stuff is figured out. It's just we've got to take care of the zombos.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, there's a lot more than just one single issue that exists. We all can part our ways. We're going to heal up as much as we possibly can and hunt this dragon. If we can manage to find it, I might need your help. So I will reach out to you.
I certainly don't
help. All right.
I certainly don't think that we will need your help, though. It's if you need us, that's understandable, but we really don't need you.
No, we can definitely use
your help for sure. Yeah,
absolutely.
Moss,
use your help for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
we would not say no.
I turned to Moss. Did you see the way that she did the? She jumped and she, with the in the machete.
I suppose that happened at some point. I wasn't really paying attention.
Well, if we see any information about a dragon on the road, we'll make sure to hold on to it for you. We'd, of course, hope that you would do the same if you've got any good zombie-related intelligence. But, of course, focus on your dragon, and we'll focus on our thing. But let's just, be allies, I guess.
Moss is rolling her eyes.
Okay. She's literally she squints and is looking at Moss and then looks at the rest of you and says, "Agreed. We will be in touch."
Okay, bye. Bye, Mia. Bye, Scott.
Bye.
Goodbye. I'll never forget you.
Before we leave them, how much money did we get? Or what was the equivalent in gems that we got? Do we know?
You got quite a bit of gems. I have it written down. I'll have to pull it up in a second, but I'll pull it up in a second because we're gonna do travel first.
Yeah.
Cool.
Moss has to have a big dramatic teary goodbye with Scott really fast and make out uncomfortably with him in front of everyone.
Cool. Do you want to play that out like beat by beat or?
I mean, let me just pull up my fan fiction here.
Yours are the ones that the audience writes.
Both.
Is that what you're going to be doing with your Twitch channel and your TikTok? You're going to be reading your Scott and Moss fan fiction?
Well, and Daddy Asmodeus too.
Oh,
obvious.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey, why stop there? Get all three involved. It's fan fiction. Who knows?
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, do you think that wasn't the possibility?
I don't think Scott and Dad would get along.
I don't know. Maybe if Scott doesn't know Daddy is a big old demon lord.
I'm about to change the stream key so that this dies.
God.
So travel time, exploration mode.
Oh yeah.
Start!
Hey, I'm all for exploration. That's why we're talking about, Daddy and Scott. I'll stop.
So all of you have about 2 weeks of travel time.
Try 12 days.
Okay, why 12 days?
Well, I don't know about 12 days, but I so as we were discussing before we started the stream, 8 of those hours will be cutting through what would normally be considered rough terrain. This is now only 3/4 instead of half speed. So we're taking shortcuts, cutting down time a little bit, whatever you think that would be.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you travel through, instead of going up, small hills, you're able to cut around and able to reduce the amount of time, or maybe going a little further up the stream to cross a narrower spot, so it takes less time. You were able to accomplish all of that, and so it reduces the time quite a bit. But this is your time. Is there anything specific that any of you would like to be doing during that time? Because this is considered to be pseudo-downtime.
Yeah. Possibly poll of the group. Do we think that it is better to... Natine reminded me that I have the piece of the skull in the chest that is currently a key. Do we think... My thought is that it's better to just leave that in there until we have all of them, so we don't risk losing it. Okay, cool.
Yep.
The alternative is I was thinking I might be trying to research it. Do we have other skull pieces on us, or do we give those to our...
Nope, I've got them.
Okay.
Sorry, real quick, how does that chest item work again?
So it was a token with a chest on it.
Yeah.
And then when I activated it, it became a chest.
Right.
And I put the jar in the chest, and when I closed it, the chest became a key.
Right.
And it remains a key until I turn the key in an imaginary lock, and then it becomes a chest again forever, just a mundane chest.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And then I want to pose a question to the group. What language should I learn right now? I want to start learning a language, because I have Abyssal.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that I have right now, but I did mention wait, what's you have a thing that I was trying to read. What was it?
I do. I don't know.
We got a thing that's in a language and that I'm trying to read.
Oh, Remy had gotten and seen a tablet that had a language that you had never seen before. But yeah, that didn't exist outside of that dream.
There was another thing. It was like a book or something that Catman had, that with a language in it that we couldn't understand.
I'm not quite sure. And since I don't remember as a GM, I don't think it was all that important.
Okay.
Cool.
Maybe I'll just keep Abyssal then.
Can we maybe roll society, and by we I mean Moss and whoever else wants to see if we can have picked up or pick up information on the way to the town we're going to about what languages might be prominent there that we don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was going to recommend as well. If anybody has anything else that might maybe do that.
Yeah, I'll roll society, but also I want to know what to roll to see if there's a demon on the way.
That would be a religious check.
Okay, so I'll roll society first, and do you want me to roll religion at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay. Society is 25.
Nice. Played
And religion is, ooh, delicious. 25 again.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, as of right now, there is no signs of the demons that you're searching for. But you have this book, and you spend quite a bit of time looking through and researching it, and you're able to figure out some telltale signs for kind of each of the different demons. So you can look out for them, and I, as the GM, will point them out when you see them.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. And
Okay.
your knowledge for the location in which you're heading to is you're heading to a town called Deadwood. Deadwood is a quiet, small town. Once was ruled and had a very rich kingdom, but a ancient curse had bestowed upon the royalty, and the entire town had kind of withered away, and everyone had left. The people that are there seem to just be people who kind of just don't want to leave. Like, you know, that town in the US where like the entire mining system caught on fire and the whole entire town like is basically condemned and no one can go there. But there was just some people that were just like, nah, screw safety. I ain't leaving. This is my home. Right.
Mhm.
That's basically the remainder of the people that live there.
Gotcha.
Did we get any idea about like maybe what languages they?
So they speak Common, but they speak a different dialect of Common.
Sure.
So it will be things that you can easily understand, but it will just be you might have to ask for like one more time. Can you?
Then I think I'll keep Abyssal then for
Cool.
now. I'm gonna keep Abyssal just because if we do run into like a demon thing or whatever, it's been pretty useful.
Is there anything else any of you would like to do?
Yeah, can I want to roll thievery on recall knowledge.
I'm like, who are you stealing from?
No. Yeah, I'm gonna just steal everybody's things. See if there's anything specific that I know about the place we're going, or that I can tell about the place we're going. That's a very low number.
Good to know.
11.
11, and you're using recall knowledge with thievery.
Yes.
No, nothing. You got nothing. There, like, can't even think of the town's name. You never ever heard of it. It's never kind of came up in any sort of conversation.
I know. I'll use my underworld knowledge.
I also so we don't know why the town was largely evacuated, right? Moss wasn't sure.
It wasn't necessarily evacuated. It was just that people just kind of just left because
just had left. Okay.
But there has still been a group of sticklers who've decided not to leave.
I think I want to do knowledge nature as I'm like as we're going, especially as we get closer, see if there are any like uncommon effects on the nature around, on just like kind of the plant and animal life that might indicate a problem in the town.
You can do that when you get closer. You're still a while away.
Okay.
So we'll do that when you get a little bit closer. Cool. I'm more looking for things that you would like to do over a long span of time.
Sure. I think me just focusing on keeping us fed and knowing where we're going.
Is there anything that I could do to try to get more information about my origin and my family? After, like, can I research? I get what?
You can trip balls.
We got acid still.
Yeah, we still got. I want to try to figure that acid out. I want to get my fantasy not stethoscope, microscope out and my stethoscope. Why not? See what it sounds like.
Sounds like paper.
Yeah, I want to.
No heartbeat.
Yeah.
Okay, so let Moss. Why don't we do this as a scene? How's that sound?
Okay.
You sit in the caravan as it continues to waddle down the road. Every once in a while, bumping up and down from a rock or something in the road, and you hear Clokey. So, I can't necessarily read your mind, but I definitely know that something's wrong.
Well, that's very astute of you, Clokey, and it makes me, feel good about our burgeoning friendship. You're having some empathy.
Oh, I would. That word makes me feel uncomfortable, and I do not like it.
Well, that's okay. Your secret is safe with me.
Yeah,
I mean, I am the only one who can hear you, after all.
Yeah, if we could just not tell Asmodeus that I'm getting soft on you, that'd be great, because I'm pretty sure I'd be punished for it.
I mean, to be fair, Asmodeus adores me as well. It's hard not to.
Yeah. Sure. Why not?
Well, other than the fact that Scott isn't here to distract me, this is really the first time that I've had a chance to think about that vision that I had, where I learned that I'm a princess. I mean, that part's great, but...
I mean, technically, you had a princess. Like, technically, there was royalty in your family, but I wouldn't say that you're a princess. I mean, look, you're a princess, but, you're not like... I don't think you couldn't get a crown. I don't think you could just go into a town and be like, I'm royalty. I don't think it works like that.
I think that I could, and I think that I could just go to a stall and buy myself a crown.
Oh, yes. I mean, okay. Duh, first of all. But I just mean, I don't think you have the right over land or anything.
Well, I don't need land. I have this caravan, but... I'm, perhaps...
Princess of the caravan! If you could only see me now, I would be bowing.
I can feel it. I can feel it in my performer's soul. But, but there is, isn't there blood rights and all of that? Or was my family stripped of power because of my terrible horned sister?
Well, okay, first of all, don't know her. Kind of rude to judge someone based off of not knowing them.
Well, I don't know.
I'm just throwing that out there.
But I'm just saying, she's the reason that I don't live in a kingdom right now.
Oh, I forgot that you have a choice of what you look like when you're in birth.
Well, I don't know. She's some sort of demon thing. Why don't I look like that?
Oh, honey. You got lucky. You have demon in your blood. How do you think you're able to cast magic?
No, there's no way. I am an elf.
And
that's all.
No. So here's the thing. You're probably great, either granddaddy or grandmommy or whatever, had a very passionate night with a demon. Yeah. And then they had a little baby. And the thing is that blood is in your veins. They're there. We're all there. And that's what allows you to have magic. You were the lucky one. You got the good side of it. You got the magic. They got the looks.
Okay, wait. So this means that I'm more like Asmodeus's equal?
Just give me a moment.
Yes, carry on. Get it out of your system.
No, not even remotely close.
Well, I'm a demon.
You have demon blood in you. I'm trying to think of a way to call this without being extremely rude. You are lucky enough to have a part of this world and my world. That's the difference. He's full-blooded and you're partial. Not a bad thing, not a great thing. Depends on where you're at.
Okay, well, that just sounds like blood quantifying, but all right.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. You're not a full demon. It's not a bad thing. You're not full human. Also not a bad thing, at least
Not
in my
human.
book.
at all.
Oh, okay, humanoid. You're on this plane of existence. This is your world. This is where you live. But the thing is that your sister, we don't know where she is.
Yes, I was wondering about that. I feel like perhaps it would be prudent to meet her and also maybe to go confront my parents at some point. I mean...
Oh, please bring me to that. I want to see that. Oh my God, that sounds like fun.
Well, I'll need your help for that because they just let me go live on the streets when I was young as well without a care in the world, so...
Okay. I mean, we know exactly where they were, at least where they were, because they used to live in that town, in that area that was all safe and whatnot, right?
Yes, but where is my sister? Did they not have her thrown away?
I mean, you saw what I saw, right? Like, they got rid of her.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't know. Someone's doing something because we can't find her.
Is there some sort of blood-connecting demon magic I can cast to see if I can find her?
That sounds like a cool ritual.
Yes. Right?
Yeah. But here's the thing. I can't do that. So, and since Osmodius isn't allowed on this plane of existence without like massive amounts of war starting, that sounds like something we're gonna have to do, figure out, and have to do, because I don't know how to do it.
Do you have a direction you can point me on?
Hold on, give me a second. And he goes silent. And it feels like the cloak has just kind of like, it's just a normal cloak.
Okay.
There's nothing there.
God, no, please don't leave.
And it feels like maybe like 45 minutes to an hour comes until the cloak feels like some sort of magic reappears inside of it. Okay, I'm back.
Oh, God, you actually terrified me. I hate to admit this, but I'm quite fond of you.
Did I not say I was gonna? Anyways, so we're actually
sometimes people leave me and then don't come back.
Oh, that sounds like deep-seated abandonment issues that you should probably work on, and not with me because I am not licensed. That being said, we're in luck. So this town of Deadwood that we're heading towards, right?
Yes.
There's a coven of witches that live outside of the town that we might be able to talk to.
Well, I'm willing to try anything, I suppose, although I'm a little dubious about these so-called witches.
What's wrong? You don't like witches?
No, I did not say that. I just, other magic users, sometimes they're a bit, different.
Yeah, I would say that's called being a humanoid. You're all different. You're all weird. You're all strange.
All right. Well, how do I request an audience with these witches?
Oh, we're going to have to go out into the swamp and find them. It's going to be fun.
A swamp?
Yeah. You should totally bring boots, like knee high or higher that you're okay with losing.
Okay, but I wear heavy velvets.
I don't think velvets are going to last very long in the swamp.
Oh, God.
You might even call it a bog.
I don't like the sound of this whatsoever, but I suppose Robin would probably have a delightful time in a bog, so I could derive some pleasure from Robin's pleasure.
Hey, whatever, I'm not about kink shaming here, so whatever.
Maybe Robin could turn into a giant turtle and I could ride upon the back of the tortoise or the turtle or whatever they are.
That sounds like a great conversation to have with her.
Well, this has been enlightening, Clokey, and I appreciate your insight.
Cool.
Robin has been like just peering over this tiny little, I guess, colorful piece of paper. Is there a lot of color going on here? I don't know what this. I know sometimes that in my experience with media, they've got little like designs on them, these little acid tabs. What does this look like exactly?
Oh! I'm
sorry. I'm looking at drugs.
Yeah. I apologize. My
Yeah.
head was still in Cloaky Land, and I was
of course.
what piece of paper are you talking? So yeah, you're looking at this, and it's actually as you're looking at it, it doesn't have a design or any sort of artwork on it. It just seems like to be a piece of paper that has a very coarse feeling to it. You can tell that it was water or a paper that was somehow soaked in some sort of liquid and has dried onto it. And you have taken a small piece of it, and you got that wet, and it actually managed to dissolve inside of the liquid. So you kind of gain. Actually, roll me a medicine check, or what kind of check do you want to roll?
Medicine would be good. I was thinking like medicine or crafting or nature. I've done one of those. I don't remember which. I think I'll just go for medicine because that's my best, and I do want to see. Yeah, I guess. So I'm more interested in the like composition and possible recreation of this than I am of its effects, which I'm already kind of familiar with.
Okay.
So would that need to be like a crafting check, or can I get that from medicine?
No, you can do either or.
Cool. Medicine it is. I think Okay, I rolled a 1, and this is a roll to try to figure out how to potentially make this stuff, or at least know what it is. So part of me is thinking it's funny if I roll a critical miss on that kind of information. But God, you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the dice whim. I'm not gonna use my hero point on that. What do I learn with a 14?
So you actually managed to learn a little bit. You take a small piece of it and place it into water, and you notice that it dissolves, and the water actually becomes slightly tinted. It's almost like a reddish tint to it. And you yourself took a tiny dosage of it, and so you and that was earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So you've kind of combined the two of these, and you have gathered that the way that it was made is that there was a chemical or liquid that was of significantly higher strength, was placed in a piece of paper was placed in this, and the paper soaked this up, and then it was left out to dry. And then once it was dried, it was sliced and cut, and then can be placed on your tongue and dissolve directly on your tongue to be able to have a lesser effect of the entire liquid dosage. But the problem is that as you're testing this, the carriage bumps over a small stick, and the last piece of the acid goes into the water and dissolves. And so you have lost your only piece of this. The only thing left is the small pouch that you had, which you can see that there is some fine dust in there that was mostly likely from paper rubbing off against it. But yeah.
Cool. I think I'll hold on to that pouch then. Very carefully, I would like to dispose of the water off the side of the carriage. Do I have any reason to think that won't be fine? Like someone might not step into it barefoot and become very different?
I mean, it was in water, and the water itself just dilutes it even more.
Yeah.
So if you throw it outside, it especially ideally you as a child of nature will probably place it on dirt versus placing it on grass or anything, which the grass could then be affected by.
I don't want the grass to have a trip it didn't consent to.
Exactly. So yeah, you kind of just place it on as you're like going. You like open the back door and kind of just whoosh, and kind of throw it out on the road that you're on.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's good for my travel.
Cool. Krug, I believe you specifically wanted to have a scene with Remy.
Yeah, because Krug and Remy have some training to do. So I'm going to approach Remy and be like, Remy,
we got some training to do.
Remy.
The eye of the tiger.
We have to talk. It's really important.
Oh, okay. Are you sure I'm the one you want to talk to? Because if it is really important, might I suggest Robin?
No, normally you'd be absolutely
Aaron?
right, but this time it has to be you. It has to be you.
It has to be me. Okay, let us go. Let us have this discussion.
Because I threw that spear correctly, exactly the way you showed me, and it didn't work. You have to show me how to throw a spear correctly.
No, the way I showed you how to throw a spear was not the way of a wimp. and you did not do that.
Remy.
What? It's the facts. I just say the facts. You know me, factual Remy over here. I say the facts.
I'm gonna go ahead and grapple Remy. That's a 19 plus 13, so that's gonna be 32.
Wait. That's against my fortitude, right?
Fortitude DC.
Fortitude DC. I'm okay. All right. I just want to make sure it's fortitude DC. What'd you say? 32?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you crit.
You're restrained. And so, okay, I grabbed him, got behind him, grabbed him from behind.
Your fortitude,
wait,
your
that
fortitude
can't crit.
is 12, is 2?
What? Isn't it 10
This is
plus?
32.
Yeah, so is your fortitude 12?
My fortitude is 12, yes.
My fortitude's 11.
Yeah, so is mine.
My fortitude is 12, exactly.
Yeah, that
You
makes sense.
just crit. Yeah, it meets it beats.
Wow.
So he's a con modifier of 3. That's reasonable.
Okay, I know you're so used to building big character sheets for Mia and Scott, but you gotta remember we're just the measly little level 4, 5,
4,
level 5.
5 and fighters are trained or expert in con.
In con,
in fortitude.
Fortitude.
Expert.
yeah, expert in fortitude.
I think we're all
9
right now.
9 plus 3.
Mhm.
All right.
12.
That's what they are.
All right. I said all right.
Yeah, maybe next time make a character that is either our level or lower, and then you can feel a little bit more of what we're feeling.
I think it's wild that Krug rolled a 32 and we're here like, that can't have been a critical success.
I
32!
No. Like it being a success made sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. 12 just seems really low.
I
Because
felt the same way, but it's
Stop being mean to my character sheet.
look,
12 just seems so low.
You each got 250 gold worth of gems, so you'll have the opportunity to buy things.
Oh, I'm gonna buy some more fortitude, baby.
I mean, it's possible.
I might actually craft some things on the trip if that's okay. Since there's time, I'm just realizing, and crafting takes time. But yeah, I'll figure that out.
All right.
I'm gonna whisper in Remy's ear. What'd you call me, Remy?
I
What
said
do you
that. Well, I think you did. Yeah, I called you it. I said the wimp. I said you are a wimp.
And how do you feel about that now? You want to
I feel like you are not a wimp. Like you're not okay. I said you threw it like a wimp. I'm not saying that you are a wimp, because clearly right now you are not doing wimpy things.
All right, so let me make a suggestion. How about we start this conversation over again? You want to do that? Is that all right?
Okay, we can start over. Do you remember what I said? I did not write it down, but okay.
That's okay. You don't got to say the same stuff. That's
no,
the
you
whole
go
point.
first. Here, I'll try to remember.
All right, and I let go of Remy, and I turn around, and I turn back, and I go, Remy, can we talk?
Oh, well, is it important? Because I would suggest talking to Robin or
Right. Yeah. Normally you'd be right, but this time I got to talk to you specifically.
Oh, it has to be me. Okay, let us have a discussion.
Yeah. Because you told me how to throw a spear, and I did exactly what you said, and it didn't work. You got to show me how to throw a spear correctly.
I did show you how to throw a spear correctly. You just threw it like a wimp.
Remy, this is the 4th time. I'm going to grab Remy.
By the way, this is definitely happening during one of the nights in which you're camping.
Yeah. No, this is on the moving caravan.
Okay, after we do that a couple more times, then Remy, I'm supposed to. You wanted to start over so that I could not call you a wimp. Okay, all right. So okay.
Yeah.
No, okay, yes, I will show you how to throw a spear again. I don't know. I mean, like, you do so many things so well. Maybe I just glazed over some really important parts. I mean, I've been throwing spears my whole, life, all 13 years. And so maybe there's a key small thing that I do that I just don't even think about that I forgot to pass along. So let's do it. I'm trying to say it was my fault, Krug. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
It was my fault. My bad. This one's on me. This one is a my bad.
You know what? I appreciate that very much.
Okay.
And I pick up the spear and start throwing it.
It's a
roll
little
me-
wimpy. I still just.
More Remy.
Roll me an attack with the spear.
Oh. Boy. How do weapons work? Is this Dex? I don't
Yes,
know. Okay. So
I feel like a spear can be dex or strength, right? Or am I
I believe
wrong?
you might be right.
That's a dangerous thing to say.
unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Then it probably doesn't matter.
Really low roll.
So yeah, you take the spear and you chuck the spear, and it lands and hits directly into one of the nearby trees. You definitely see that this is a significant improvement, but you feel that you could easily do way better.
You know, that is a significant improvement. I'm actually kind of glad that you did, in fact, and like, don't get mad at me, throw the spear like a wimp before, because if you had actually hit Mia and like made her more angry when we initially met her, she might have, in fact, kicked all of our asses. So,
You know, that's actually a really good point. And by might have, I'm going to go ahead and escalate that to almost certainly would have. Did you see her jump on that dragon?
no, I saw the jump on the dragon. I saw the angry face. I saw the way that, I mean, and I get in really close and I'm whispering, like looking around. The way that Mia looks at Moss makes me afraid to sleep.
It's almost the same way she looks at the dragon, right?
Yeah, it is so similar. I don't know what happened.
I don't either. I thought we all got along pretty well, but that's just me.
Also, the way that Moss looks at Mia,
Yeah,
it fills me with chills right down to my bony bones.
it's almost the way. Actually, that's kind of the way Moss looks at a lot of people, right?
That is not the way Moss looks at us, is it?
No, not us, but we're different.
Yes,
guess.
we are.
pretty
No,
cool.
yeah, we are different. We have pointy ears. No, wait, you don't. What is the difference? Friendship?
That was the most beautiful thing I've ever heard you say.
That? I've said some pretty beautiful things. I've said, cellar door. Am I right? Am I right, Jake?
I love Donnie
You were
Darko.
the one talking about Donnie Darko.
I said I love Donnie Darko.
There's actually one other thing I would have liked to have done at some point during this travel.
Sure.
First of all, is my shadow still darker than it needs to be? I want to try to communicate with them again.
Okay, what would you like to do that?
I guess meditate. Meditate seems reasonable.
Okay. What are you thinking about while you meditate?
I'm trying to start like a very casual conversation. So I'm just I'm thinking about a bunch of casual conversation questions. I want to learn more about the person that the shadow used to be. So like, what's your name? What'd you do for work? Stuff like that.
So you do this for about an hour, right? And as the sun starts to fall and your shadow starts to grow long, you start to hear an amalgamation of voices. It is no longer a single voice, but many. At first it sounds like chattering, just everyone saying something completely different, all at the exact same time. It would be deafening if it was of an actual volume, but it is just this faint, quiet, and you focus and you continuously try and center yourself. Roll me a religion.
Okie dokie. That's not great. 21?
You continue to do that, and it takes a while. The voices, they start to almost become unison. Some of them still slightly off from the main voice. You hear it say, "We are not one, we are many."
Is it all of you?
Yes.
And you're still hoping I'm going to help you? That's why you're with me.
We have nowhere else to go.
Until I figure out a more permanent solution, is there anything else I can do to make you, I don't know how to phrase this without sounding very insensitive, but more comfortable?
And the voices like scatter again, as it sounds like they're not necessarily talking to you, but to each other, all simultaneously at the exact same time. This time it is almost painful hearing all of this. And then again, they come together. You know what you can do to make us feel better.
Before, when I asked you a question, I meant before I find a more permanent solution. Not, I understand what the permanent solution is, but we either need to figure out a way to accomplish that, using the tools that I have at my disposal currently, or a different solution.
You have two means. You have two ways that you can accomplish our goals already at your hands. How many more do you need?
One.
You need one more option? And when that option doesn't become any better than the ones that you have, what then? Does that mean we must wait for a fourth or a fifth or a sixth until eternity while you then join us? Because that's the sad part of this, is that unless you help us, you will be joining us.
Wait, sorry, add a character. 2 options?
Yeah, you can destroy a piece of the skull, or you can use the monkey's paw.
Right. What happens when they're just as bad as you? I mean, I can't guarantee you that there's going to be a perfect solution, and I doubt that any solution is going to be perfect, right? But putting in 0 effort to finding a better solution than the 2 catastrophic ones at our disposal currently, it doesn't seem like a waste of time to me.
So then if you aren't willing to use the tools at your disposal, then why does it matter whether we're comfortable or not?
Because
you
I'm not
clearly don't care.
I'm not being malicious. That's not my intention. I understand that that my choice is affecting you negatively, but I'm not actively trying to hurt you. It's unfortunate that my choices are hurting you, and that's why I'm trying to help you as well. I'm trying to show you kindness.
As you continue to have this conversation and talk, the sun still continues to drop slowly below. And now your shadow no longer expanding in length like it normally would, but it starts to almost seep out from your shadow and no longer becoming the shape in which your body takes, but almost like a pool of liquid that is reaching out in every direction.
I'm still sitting there waiting for a response.
We will be here waiting either until you join us or until you save us. But there really isn't a choice for us.
All right. Fair enough.
You see that the shadow now reaches out into the tree line around your camp. It kind of prevents itself from moving towards the fire, but you can start to see that these shadows are now starting to form along the tree lines. And they start to take shape of individual people. You can barely see them in the corner of your eye when you sit there and you look around and they're there. You know that they're there, but when you focus and you try to look, their shape is gone. It is just a black amalgamation of the shadows that the trees are making, as well as whatever these creatures are. You can't focus, but you can definitely feel that there's something always there. While this is a thing, Krug, you're going to be taking a -2 to your perception at night. As these things at every single stop, every single night. That is how they advance past and kind of grow and stretch out. They all appear, but only to you, Krug. No one else can see them. And they're always there. A different shape, a different form, male, female, in between. It's always there. They're always there. Humans, lizard folk, goblins, everything is there.
I'm going to close my eyes very tightly and keep meditating.
All right. Is there anything else anyone else would like to be doing during this time?
Crafting a staff of healing, which I think might just take a couple of rolls.
Yes.
Crafting rolls.
Yes, that will be a crafting check.
Cool.
Actually, Doomy, you're gonna have to roll me a couple of checks. I'm gonna say that in those 2 weeks there were a couple of opportunities for you to stop at stores.
Okay.
So that you can all purchase some items or things that
Yeah.
you might need or want. So if each of you want to just write down, we don't have to do a scene on this, but if you want to look through, each of you have 250 gold worth of things. So if you would like to purchase, buy, or add something to your inventory, just go ahead and write that down, add it to your inventory now. Robin, I believe you want to craft your item.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to assume that when you hit those towns and those locations, you're able to purchase the supplies in which you need to make said item. And that is going to be a crafting roll.
Cool. And yeah, it's normally 90 gold. So if it's half, then I'm spending 45 on the materials, hopefully. But I think it depends on how well I craft, right?
So how it works is you spend half up front. And then after 3 days, you can then spend the rest of the gold to complete the item. Now, if you succeed, you can spend an additional day to reduce the overall cost.
Gotcha.
Well, if you critically succeed, it reduces it by exponentially.
Cool. That's 25, and this is a level 4 item.
25. Okay, so that is going to be a success. It won't be a critical success. I assume you're going to spend some time in each day to be able to get yourself closer to this. Yeah. How many days after the first original 3 days would you like to spend?
Is there, like, can I say kind of as many as it takes to make this as cheap as I can? And I can maybe add some foraging checks in there too if I can forage for materials.
Yeah, no, so you won't need any additional materials. Cool. So you're good on materials.
Yeah.
But you literally...
I'll be working on it every day, even if it's just polishing.
Quick question. The ability that you originally used, it's not going to affect us in this situation, but the original ability that you were using where it reduces the travel time, is that something that you have to constantly be doing?
Let me double check. No, so it's a 3rd level spell called Show the Way. It's a 10-minute casting time and a duration of 8 hours. And it can hit all of us. So basically we all know the best way through if we need to, but we shouldn't.
Then I will say that you're able to accomplish it in the roughly 2 weeks, the slightly less than 2 weeks time period. You're able to complete it at half cost.
Cool. Awesome. And it's white oak dyed with a red spiral indented in it. And it heals. Very good.
It's always helpful to have, more healing abilities. Yep. Always helpful. Always helpful. So as everyone else kind of goes through and does a little bit of shopping, I'm going to do a little bit of narration. As the group moves through the tree lines and across the rivers, we actually take over and look at right outside of Deadwood, the city. A young couple riding in a carriage rides down the street. And the wheel cracks and the car or the cart moves off to the side as they start to stumble. The male gets out and looks out and goes, damn it. I knew I should have bought a repair kit. All right, I need to go to town and get this. The woman looks at him and says, would you like me to come? No. I need you to stay here with the horses. If not, they might get spooked and run off. So please, stay here. After a few hours, as he travels and walks down the road by himself, the woman sits there in the cart waiting. The wind picks up, and the sounds of howling in the background start to get a little bit louder. As night starts to move forward, she gets frightened, a little scared. She shouldn't be by herself out here. She starts down the road, leaving the horses where they were. Better her than them, she says to herself. Or better them than her. She moves down the street, and the howls get louder, closer. They seem to almost be hunting her. And quickly a man grabs her and pulls her off to the side. Get back to the cart. A man with a top hat, a brown trench coat, and a very large, what looks to be a cigar hanging out the side of his mouth. Get back to the cart, he yells. She screams in terror. Who are you? I said, get back to the cart. He lets go of her and he runs into the tree line. Frightened, she runs back to the cart. She sits inside the cart as the night starts to fall further down, and the galloping sounds of a horse start to pull up towards it. Honey, are you there? Relieved, she pokes her head out, and there, in fact, is her husband. There's no real repair shop in town, but there's a hotel we can stay at. She gratefully grabs her bags and gets onto the horse as the two of them gallop back into town. The town over the town, you see a large castle steeped in what seems to be a black, almost moss covering the entire castle. They move into the inn, waiting for their repairs. And that's where we're going to come back to our group. You all are riding down the street, and Herring calls out, "Whoa! Boss, we've got something in the road."
What time is it? Is it daytime?
Yeah, it's daytime.
Moss has been inside reading, and she pops her head out and says, "Like a log, just move it."
No, it's a whole ass cart.
What?
Yeah. It looks abandoned.
Moss climbs out the window to the front and looks at the cart.
And in fact, there is a cart on the side of the road. A wheel is gone. It's blocking the pathway. There's no longer horses on the cart, but it is sitting there. It looks to be a little bit weather worn and a little bit damaged.
Can I hop out, and I think I want to approach and get kind of a look at it with Dogskay with me, using his dog nose to kind of sniff and see if he senses any. I mean, honestly, he's looking for cadavers mostly because it seems like a wreck, and I'm looking for like signs of who was here and where they might have gone.
Okay. Are you going to try to stealth up to it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, roll it.
Cool. That's cocked. That's not great. But stealth is less important to me than the perception. So for stealth, that is 14. 15, sorry.
Okay.
And
you start to move closer to the cart, not the most stealthy as Dogskay is following with you. The sounds of heavy panting and every once in a while, just as dogs do as they get, as they are. You move a little bit closer, and as you peek into it, you can see that the cart is actually empty. There's no cadavers, no bodies, no nothing.
Does it look like there used to be stuff in here, but people took it out? Like it's
roll me a perception.
Cool. And yeah, I'm kind of looking to see if it was. Oh my god, I'm gonna use my hero point. I want to know what's going on here. I rolled a 2, so I'm not gonna. And then I rolled a 20. 20 plus, I think it's 13. Yeah, so that's 33.
As you look through this, you can see that it seems to be that the items that were inside this vehicle were hastily removed, but the horses were taken off, like properly removed. The other thing that you do notice is that there are grains of uncooked rice all throughout the cart.
Interesting. Anything peculiar about the rice, or just your
Roll me
mundane?
something. Roll me
Can,
something.
can I make a religion check on grains of uncooked rice?
Sure.
I think nature maybe, as or survival. I'm gonna try to scoop a bunch of this up too, and if there's enough for a meal, I would love that. But I want to see if there's anything weird about this rice.
At this point, Moss has climbed off the cart and is cautiously observing.
Would nature or survival make more sense for this?
I got 18 on religion.
Krug, you are aware that of some faiths, people throw rice at weddings.
If it's nature, it's 22, which I feel like is what I'm doing.
This is uncooked white rice. This is rice that has grown and has looks to have gotten here. It's not of a quantity in which it would be like a grain.
Useful.
It wouldn't be like a bag of rice ripped open or anything. Like
Right.
It's literally just like scatters of like a single grain here or there, batches around.
Interesting. Okay. And then I guess last question with the high perception from earlier. Do I see any indication of which direction the people in the caravan went?
Yes, you can see that the caravan has in fact moved towards your destination of Deadwood.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems pretty cleared out. Hopefully, what it seems may have happened is there was a wreck, and the passengers just kind of took the things and went into town there. It's possible there was a raid here because things were taken in a haste, but I don't know. If anyone's hungry for a very small amount of rice, we've got that here. But otherwise, I think we just keep moving.
Doesn't this seem like it's a bit old though? Like, hasn't it been here some time?
That's a good question. Can I get a... Yeah.
It looks like it's been here maybe a few days unattended.
Okay. No, not so long. Just a couple of days. Is it like about as far, like, how many days are we from the town that we're going to?
You're like a couple hours away from that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whoever was here, if they're still in town, they've been there for a couple of days. So, I mean, if we want to know more, this could be honestly just, I mean, this kind of thing happens. But if we're looking for more, maybe we ask around in town for anyone who returned a couple days ago.
And Remy hops off the caravan. Okay, don't worry. I will push it out of the way. I know Scott isn't here to do that sort of thing anymore, so I will step up to the plate. I will do everything that I can. Here we go.
Guidance?
Do you want any help, Remy?
Help? What is help? I'm fine.
No, they're going all by themselves.
No, you've seen Scott push a caravan on his own. I mean, like, and you look at me. Of course I can do it. Come on. Here we go.
I have complete faith in you.
Moss, Scott's hammer is bigger. All right, whatever.
And I'm going to push this caravan all on my lonesome.
Moth, since you have also exited the caravan, will you roll me a society check?
Yes. Oh, it was almost a natural 20. That's so rude. That is 27.
A 27. You kind of take a look over everything as well, and you see what Robin had pointed out to you, and this definitely looks like a caravan that a newlywed couple has taken.
Okay.
And that's 19 for the athletics, by the way.
And Krug's not helping, right?
Correct.
Remy, you're able to lift this like a few inches off of the ground and kind of move it, and you move it maybe 3 to 6 inches over and drop it right back down.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, I was just checking to see how like heavy it was. You know, you never want to, overexert yourself at first. So.
Yeah. But Remy, I just want to make sure you understand. You know it has to move way further than that, right?
No, that was just the test pickup. I just
we
picked,
can just drive around it. I mean, we can all see the trenches there to avoid on the side.
No,
so.
Robin, I don't think that's possible.
No,
but you can. I mean, look.
No, Robin, I'm pretty
you were
sure
there
it's
for my
gotta
ritual
move.
this morning. You can literally see right there. We can just walk
I've got it. That
Robin,
wasn't even me pushing it.
Yeah,
I wasn't even pushing it. That was me just doing a little test pickup.
By the way,
it was very impressive.
By the way, audience, if Remy were male, this would be toxic masculinity at its best. Krug and Remy.
No, hold on. I've got this. You were saying something about the newlywed or something. Keep talking about that while I Remy, very strong, take care of this.
By yourself, right? You still don't want any help?
I mean, Krug, you know what? Since it seems like it means so much to you to help something, I guess you could come over here and push the card. By all means. You. I mean, if you need to redeem yourself for the wimpy throw of the spear from the other day, I mean, if that's what you feel like you need to do, then
you know what? I don't need to redeem myself for anything. Why don't you move that by yourself there?
While that's happening, Jake, Robin just wants to go over and point Herring to the less out of the way path off the road that we could take that he can see with my magic vision that is currently granted. And just like start directing around it just in case.
Here's the thing is Robin, you are 100% correct. You could easily go around it. And in fact, you kind of just look at it. It's like have you ever seen Men in Tights, where Little John is guarding the bridge, and they're just like, look, I'm on the west side of the bank, I'm on the east side of the bank, I'm on the west side, and like going back and forth. And Robin is like, no, I have to do this. This is basically what's happening with Krug and Remy, and you're just like, all right, Herring, just come here, and like, literally as they're doing their feats of strength. Herring moves around the caravan, but I want Remy to roll one more strength check.
Me too. No +1 this time. Not for an hour. You rolled lower. You rolled significantly lower.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Without the +1, I rolled exactly the same. I rolled 19 again.
I thought you rolled 19 on the dice before. Okay.
No.
So you lift up and you move it again another 3 to 6 inches. You look at that and you're like, you look at the road as Herring makes it across, and you get a sense of pride that
I did it.
That wouldn't have happened without you.
See, I knew there's no reason to exert yourself too much. I moved it just enough so we could get around there. Let's everybody back at the caravan. Let's get going. We can no time to waste.
Yeah, it's over here now.
I know. I pushed it out of the way so you could get through.
Yeah, we're through. We're through, babe.
Krug rolls their eyes oh god.
You're very strong, though. It's just a big caravan.
Very, 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 very strong.
I'm starting to think that you all don't think I'm very strong. You're saying it way too much.
You're the strongest I've ever seen.
Okay. All right, hold on.
I've seen stronger, babe, but not right now.
All right.
Yes, not right now.
You all get back in the caravan and start moving down the road. As you get closer and closer to Deadwood, you actually see that the entire town is walled off around the city with these large cobblestones, these cobblestone pillars, and between them are these black wrought iron fences. As you're kind of moving closer, you can see that there are large, what seems to be former farm fields, but now instead of crops, you see piles of burning dead bodies.
That's not great.
You're probably gonna ask for a perception check, but does it seem like these are zombified corpses that are being burned?
I'm gonna need you to roll me a perception check.
I would love to. 17
total.
Yeah.
You cannot tell.
Okay.
Can I also roll perception?
I rolled perception.
25.
9.
9.
You
want to roll it?
I want to also roll perception. And that is...
Sorry, I was wrong. It's 10.
Mine is 18.
18? Okay, Krug, you're the only one that's able to tell. This is very clearly undead.
The bodies are undead bodies?
Yeah.
There's a huge undead problem here, everybody.
Yeah. Well, they've got the right idea. I mean, maybe more people should be doing that.
Where do you see these undead? What are you talking about?
The burning. I'm assuming Krug?
I mean, you can all see the pillars of smoke. You can also see that there, what seems to be what would be a farmer out there with a pitchfork, kind of making sure that the bodies burn.
Oh, this is just absolutely disgusting.
It smells really weird.
It smells really bad. Okay, well, when you say walled off, Jake, is access restricted to us?
There is a gate that you can see as you start to move closer to the main, like the main road that you're on leads to a gate where you see 2 guards standing outside.
I have a feeling you might need to talk us in, Moss, just to get ahead of that one.
Just tell them that we are not zombos.
Yes. Yes. Hello.
As you poke your head out and say hello, like your caravan's still moving up as Moss pops her head up and says that, and the guards walk to the center of the gate and open the gate, not saying a word, allowing your entire party to go in.
Oh, well, that was easy.
Thank you. Is there anything we should know? We're just travelers coming through.
They look extremely stone-faced and don't respond.
We are not zombos.
Right, no zombos here. We're in fact we
one of the guards looks up and goes, "Yeah, we know. That's why we're letting you in."
Okay, great.
Well,
you're doing good work.
We're here to help, probably, because that's what we do. We help.
Is there yeah, I guess we haven't been to this place before. Where might we go to talk to someone about helping? I guess someone in charge here.
Just go in.
We'll just go in. We'll find our way. Thank you so much for opening the doors. I couldn't have done it myself.
And the caravan moves forward, and just as it passes the threshold, they then close these large wrought iron gates, and you can hear the sound of these unoiled doors close behind you, and then them stand there, unenthused, just standing there, waiting for something to happen.
How did they know that we weren't zombos, or we didn't have zombos on board, or whatever? They didn't check the caravan. They didn't do anything.
Yeah,
yes, it's quite lax, doesn't it?
Can I roll a perception on that very question, Jake? Like, see if they, because I'm thinking like it's either possible that they have some sort of like supernatural way that they can like X-ray vision, or they just
roll me a perception. Just roll me a perception.
I'm gonna stop rolling like that. That is 20 total.
You kind of look at them, and then you see that there's nothing magical that's like out there. And if you have the detect
magic as well, I'll check them.
You definitely don't find anything magical. Your assumption is that they're kind of going, why would zombies be driving a caravan?
Yeah.
Why would living people have zombies inside of the caravan?
Yeah.
Like it's more of a just like, yeah, we just kill zombies when we see them. We expect you to do the same thing, you know?
And honestly, kind of based on the burning piles out there, I have a feeling that the amount of zombies we could fit in this caravan, they might even be prepared to handle even if we had them. So
out of character, if those guards want to join our party, they're definitely smart enough to. 10 out of 10.
I mean, like with how lax they are, it almost makes me want to sneak a zombo and, just to teach them a lesson, I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
Yeah, just a joke. We would never do that.
As you kind of are having this conversation right on the other side of the gate, the weather quickly changes as black clouds start to move in, and the rain starts to hit the caravan, and not lightly. It is heavy rain. Thunder and lightning start to roll in, coming in from all directions. Herring goes, "We need to find a place to stay quickly."
Yes.
Yeah, agreed. I'll scope from the top, and Robin's gonna climb on top of the caravan to scope out, but mostly to be in the rain and get a. I'll look for like a place that might be good to stay, but mostly I'm trying to get a read on if this weather change is remotely natural.
Okay.
I'm going to retreat back into the caravan and just peek my head out the window, like instructing Herring to go.
Yeah. Roll me Robin, roll me a perception to see a good place to stay and a nature about the weather.
That's what I was thinking. So my perception is a 20 total. My nature is a 23.
So as you look around real quickly, you can see that there is a bunch of buildings, but only one of them with lights, like candle lights on, and the doors not like closed and shut off. From what you can tell, it's an inn, not a tavern, but an inn.
Sure. Okay. Does that mean beds, no bar? Is that the difference?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And then with your 23 nature,
yeah,
you can tell that this isn't due to magic, but it's due to something that is a natural occurrence, which is a low barometric pressure zone, which means that this area naturally attracts heavy clouds and stuff like that. And you can feel that with the ionization within the air. So this area just gets a lot of rain.
And it's not the sort of thing where that is a result of the civilization being here. That's just unsure. Okay, cool. Because that is anathematic to me. Is
you think that you think more than likely it's less likely that because there's a city here it's causing this weather issue, and more of the fact that it's possible that this is just a natural occurrence in this area, or if something happened within this city, it's not because the city existed, but because someone created it. You know what I mean?
Cool. But there's a chance I'm mad at someone about this. I just need more information.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's you see the lights up there, Herring? That seems to be the best place for us to at least start. Beds, no bar, sorry.
What?
Beds, there's beds it seems, but no bar. No libations. Libations, null.
Oh,
that's some BS.
I know.
Fine.
That's funny.
Yeah, I know.
Anticipating.
I'm sure I can find my own elsewhere.
And you remember that there is, in fact, a large bottle of liquor that is inside the caravan.
I grab it.
That's Scott's bottle, isn't it?
Did he leave that with us?
He did.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. So you pull up to this inn, and as you pull up, the doors are open, right? But and the lights are on, but no one comes out or does anything. Herring hops off and starts to take the horses into what seems to be like a corral that is attached to the inn, moving them into a safe spot and making sure that they get fed. The rest of you, I assume you walk in, correct?
Yeah, customs-wise, would it be remotely okay for the dogs to follow us in, or should they probably go with the horses?
It depends on place to place.
I think let's test it. Let's test it, see how they feel about the muddy dogs inside.
So as you start to walk up, you can actually see that there's a bell on the outside.
Ring-a-ding-ding. And then I ding the bell.
You hit the bell and you can hear a voice from inside. Oh, come on, leave me alone. Stop it. I'm sick of this.
We're not zombos.
It's probably not what you think. Not zombos, right?
We're not zombos.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And you hear a person running in. I'm so sorry. You're not local. I'm so come in, please.
I'm sorry, but who did you think we were?
It does not matter. I apologize. Your guests, please come in. And he looks around the room and he starts taking sheets off of like the cabinets and off of like a couch that's kind of sitting in the air, and he's kind of folding them all up. He goes, I'm terribly sorry. Yes. Are you looking to stay here?
Yes, we will take your finest room with the squishiest bed.
Okay. Yes. Well, you have the pick of the rooms. We have, all of our rooms are available except for one. So, it is our most expensive room. Is 2 silver going to be okay for each of you?
2 silver each?
I think we can.
Well, if you want your own rooms, yeah.
I mean, so the two of us, we can share for sure.
Okay.
This isn't. Yeah, we're
So
married, engaged, but
it'd be 2 silver for the 2 of you, and then 2 silver each of you. And that comes with a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that is 3 days worth of staying here.
Yes,
Oh my
that's
God.
quite all right.
Now, all of you understand that is
Yeah.
extremely low price.
Yeah. The bare minimum I want to do is I do want to at least make sure Remy and I each pay 2 silver. But like, we just got paid in gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean into everyone and be like, "Hey, does anybody have silver? Because I only have gold. I think
I've got 5.
5 silver.
I
Yeah.
mean, I got silver when we went shopping. You guys didn't get any silver when we went shopping?
How was I supposed to know I was going to need silver? I like gold. I like the way it looks.
It's change. You didn't get any change from anything?
It's so much more though. If I'm carrying gold around, it's very, there's less of it and it's easier to carry. If I have a bunch of silver, I'm like clunky and I make a bunch of noise.
You know what? Never mind. I give everybody 2 silver.
Oh no, that's quite all right. And Moss has
Fair
got
enough.
in all of her various pockets and her robes, she's pulling different coins out.
So yeah, each of you pull get your gold and silver, or your payment out together. Each of you roll me a perception check.
Yeah. Why am I not like rolling? 20 total.
28.
26.
26.
21.
21. So he walks over. This is a thin, white, older male wearing some what looks like almost bellhop kind of clothing.
Mm-hmm.
He walks over to the location in which the keys are at, and you can see that there is a wall, like a little small thing of keys, and every single room has a number and a key below it. You can see all of the keys are there except for room 13. He goes over and he pulls each of the keys over and walks and hands each one of you a key and goes, my name is Bruno. If you would like to head to your rooms, I will get your bags and I will bring them to you.
Of course. Bruno, thank you so much for your hospitality. Is there anything that you could tell us about what's going on here? I mean, when we came in, you seemed, I have to say, uncharacteristically irritated by the presence of someone coming in, which we're fine, doesn't bother us, but clearly something put you off.
It's just that we're not used to having travelers come through here, and usually when someone rings the bell, it's usually our one tenant that is here, or it is kids in the street. And in fact, you hear a bell as he says that, and you hear the words, "Bourbon, get me bourbon." And he sees that. You can see that his whole demeanor kind of just sighs. Yes, sir. I will get you some bourbon.
Is that lucky number 13?
Yes, that is the other guest that is staying here with us.
A gem, truly.
Yes. So I must attend to him. But if you need help finding your thing, I can get my wife. She could help out.
Oh, are you the married couple?
The married couple?
The newlyweds, like with the caravan, that the cart or whatever that's out like a couple hours outside of town. It's like missing a wheel. There's some rice on the ground.
No, I'm sorry. My wife and I have been married for many a years.
So have we.
They're not newlyweds. But I don't quite know what you're speaking about. But
yeah, they would have come back a couple of days ago.
Yeah, a married couple hasn't come through here.
Nope, I'm terribly sorry.
Okay, well that's all right. Well, listen, I think maybe we should get settled in. If we have questions, would it be all right if we might be here a little bit. We're sort of, I guess, investigators with the sort of zombie situation. Would it be all right if we ask you some questions later if we have any?
Of course, absolutely.
Yes, I am a detective.
Yeah, detective, and
I am Detective Ashwillow, and this is my wife, also detective.
Yeah, I do. For me, I think a little more of it as investigation than detecting, but everyone has the focus, right?
Yes, we are equals.
Right.
Well, I appreciate all of that. I'm going to go help the other tenant, and you hear the bell just bang again. I must attend. I apologize. Long-standing guests, and he walks away.
I wonder where that pushy fellow is from.
I think we're gonna have to find some time to talk to them for sure.
The one with the ringing and the bourbon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, perhaps I could ply them with this. And Moss holds up the jug of booze that she's taken from the caravan.
Remy holds up an imaginary pipe to their mouth. Of course. The alcoholic needs alcohol. Yes.
I think that you are on to something here, Detective Ashwillow.
Thank you. Yes. Let us adjourn to our rooms and then collect some evidence and clues.
Also, I'm just going to say this now. I think that couple got turned into zombos.
I do have that fear.
Well, that is like the worst case scenario. We didn't find any. We did not find any evidence at the scene. We don't know where the bodies. There were no dragging marks or anything.
Well, no, I don't think they got turned in the caravan. I think they got turned on the way back because they seem to leave as people, as far as I could tell, right? But
yeah, you saw that the horses were taken and gone.
Here's what I will do. I will go about the town, and I will find every person I can and see if they know anything about the newlywed couple.
Oh, I want to come.
Moss, you talk to the angry person who wants the alcohol, correct?
Yes, okay, fine. I'll talk to the angry person, but snooping around and getting into people's business around town sounds much more fun.
I am not snooping. I am investigating. I am a sleuth.
Yeah.
So before we head to break, we're going to have a little fun with time. We travel back a few days inside the city of Deadwood. A small group is gathered around a grave. They're all mourning over the body. A man with a trench coat and a large, what seems to be a cigar, stands off to the side watching. The women there look to each other and whisper, "He's been drinking again." How did you guess? He stands off to the side and watches as the ceremony happens. A priest of some sort stands over and blesses the body. The crowd leaves and they start to place dirt onto the grave. The man runs over, stopping those who are covering the grave, and hands him a few dollars and shushes him away. He walks away, placing the money in his pocket. This man in the trench coat drops down into the grave, lifting the coffin door, looking at the young, beautiful woman dead. He pulls out a wooden stake from his hand and stabs it through the heart of the corpse within it. Okay. It opens its eyes, grasping, and passes out. He closes the coffin, pulls out a handkerchief from his pocket, pats his head, reaches into his other pocket, opens a bottle, and takes a swig. And that is where we're going to take our break. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Take however long you need. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes.
Death saving throw.
All of you are stricken by the death that emanates from this town's core, and you all have to roll death saving throws because you're instantly dead.
Okay.
As we go back, we travel in as each of you are getting your belongings and placing them into the room and kind of getting yourself prepped and ready to do different objectives. I believe each of you have a separate thing that you want to do.
Yeah, Remy's gonna go to Moss's room. Remy's like collected all the stuff and grabs their bastard sword, heads out, goes to Moss's room and is like, Moss the Magnificent, I need you to put me in the most detective sort of garb you think that would fit me. Some sort of a cowl, perhaps, a cloak, a nice hat.
Ooh, dress up time? You want me to do dress up time?
Yes, I've put some thought into it, and I think that you and I going around, getting in people's business, as you said, I think that is the best course of action, because I mean, like in certain situations, I can be pretty ferocious, and that might be a little off-putting to some people. So I could have you around. You know, you are a princess. You are royalty.
I am.
It could be Detective Ash Willow and Detective Magnificent.
This is certainly one of the most exciting things that has happened to me recently. Yes, let me dress you up. And also, listen, I have a little excursion that I think we should all go on together. I think especially Robin would appreciate it. But I'm glad you brought up me being a princess, because it has something to do with that. You see, I was convening with myself and my soul, and maybe Clokey a little bit, and I've come to have the knowledge that there is a coven of witches outside of this town who might be able to help me locate people who have things to do with my past and my royal blood, you know, and I feel like I owe it to myself to do that, and perhaps with this information it would also help us. So but the reason I think Robin would love it is because it's in a bog. It's in a bog.
I just love witches. It's in a bog?
Oh,
Yes.
hi, Robin.
Oh, you had left already. I'm sorry. I thought this was
no,
still
that's okay.
together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think that makes sense if you just like pop around the corner.
Yeah. So we should do that, and maybe they'll know things about what's going on in town too, right?
I mean, the witches seem to know things.
That is true.
That is a saying I've heard. Witches get knowledge.
Yes, absolutely. So let's do that.
Do you want to do that first, or do you want to talk to the people around town first?
Well,
I'm not ready for witches yet. Robin is now. Like she was already running from one way to another, but now she's running off.
You all, as you're having this conversation and Robin is starting to scamper off, you all manage to hear the sounds of another caravan riding down the street.
I'm gonna poke.
Yeah, go for it.
I was gonna say I'm gonna poke my head out the window so I can see it.
You see a what looks to be put together carriage. Very nice. It looks very wealthy. It's got gold trim. It's got velvet on the inside from the windows that you can see. There is no one inside the caravan, but a person that is riding on the back of the caravan. You see Bruno walking outside as the caravan stops in front of the inn. And
Moss, come here.
All right.
I just want you to watch this, and I point to the caravan.
He walks out and he looks to the inside of the caravan to open the door and sees that there's no one inside. And Bruno looks a little confused. The man on the back steps out and hands Bruno a package of envelopes with a small red seal on the back of it.
Can I see what the seal looks like?
Yes, same.
Roll perceptions. It's you're on the second floor and it's a envelope. So this is going to be some keen eyes.
Yeah, I think I am like climbing a wall right now, so similar height. 18.
18. You can see that it is a wax seal.
Okay.
I got a 13.
No.
You don't even know what it is.
Detective Magnificent. I think this is a perfect time for you and I, the detectives together, to go and, detect. Detective.
Are there any symbols on the caravan itself?
Not that you can see.
Remy's gonna stroll down.
Bruno walks in, and the caravan starts to head off as Bruno walks in. Remy, you walk downstairs,
Following Remy.
With a new Moss. What am I dressed in? What do I look like?
I have dressed you in like really ostentatious, like silky, with like lots of frills, sort of button-up shirt, and like these high-waisted, like tweed-like pants with a vest over the top of the shirt. And you have like a very jaunty feathered hat on.
and I've got an ascot
Mhm.
that does not match the outfit.
That's what yeah. For
I
sure.
picked out myself because I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Other than Remy and Krug, is anyone else walking downstairs?
Yes, but Robin was like half out the window, but I'm gonna climb back in, and I want to talk to Bruno. So I'm not going outside. I'm just going down to find Bruno.
Well, Bruno had walked inside.
Right.
Bruno,
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going downstairs to where he would be, but I'm not leaving the inn yet.
What about Moss?
I'm going with Remy.
Okay. So you see Bruno looking at the letter and sees all four of you walking down the stairs, and he goes, "Oh, wonderful! You all have mail." And he hands you the letter.
We have mail.
Yes.
Yes. It says, "To the new people that have entered town."
That could be anyone.
It was delivered here.
Okay, hand it over, Bruno.
Yeah, sure.
If that is your name.
Did the person say who they were who dropped these off? I don't like taking mail from strangers.
Oh yes, these letters are from Dr. Ravna.
Who is Dr. Ravna?
Dr. Ravna lives up on the hill over here. They are a quite amazing person, I must say. They are very, very witty and...
Hold on. And Remy pulls out the notepad and like the quill. Please continue.
Yes, Dr. Ravna has lived here for many a years. They live there with their children and a few other people. They're wonderful. Yes, I don't know what else to say about them, but yes, that's...
Oh, sure, and this is from them. Well, I, for one, am honored, and I would just want to thank you for bringing this to my attention.
Thank you for the information, citizen. As a gift, I have drawn you a horse.
Thank you.
That is a beautiful horse.
Now, Moss, please tell me you were writing all of that down because I was drawing a horse.
My brain is a steel trap, but yes,
Okay,
I suppose we should get a notepad.
Well, I have a notepad. It's just I use it for drawing horses. I don't know.
Well, I should get a notepad, I suppose. I mean,
who is taking the letter from Bruno?
I will take my letter from Bruno.
It is a single letter.
One letter.
It's one letter to all of them.
I misspoke when I said that there's multiple letters.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll take it if no one's objected.
Investigator Robin, what do we have here?
What do we have here?
You have a very plain envelope that has with a fancy common, aka
no magic,
cursive, no magic.
Hell yeah.
Cursive.
Purify food and drink.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Purify food and drink, and I want to eat the envelope.
God, shut up. You can see
my
it's
wife.
and it says, to the newcomers in town. You flip it over, and in fact, it has a wax seal. You don't recognize it whatsoever. It just kind of seems like a generic seal of a family. Like none of you have ever seen it. You peel open and break the seal, and inside is a single piece of paper that has writing in it. As you read through it, it says, I would like to formally invite you to my home for a wonderful dinner to get to know the newcomers in town. The food there at the inn is terrible, so let me at least give you at least one night of good food.
Ooh, this sounds fancy. We should get very dressed up for this.
And right below the letter, it says, "Do not worry about dress. We will make this casual."
Okay, that means nothing to Moss.
Clearly, he needs an introduction.
Yeah, that's like Robin reads it out loud, except for the parts about the terrible food and the dress not being necessary, because she knows that's going to fall on deaf ears, and she doesn't want Bruno to feel bad about the food.
Okay, so this seems like a perfect opportunity. Excuse me, Bruno. Sorry. Do you have like a pipe or something? Does anybody have?
We could fetch one from one of the stores.
Could you fetch me a pipe?
Yeah, we would we'd be able to pay. I'd pay twice pipe cost for the delivery for sure.
Yeah, we can absolutely make that. I will have my wife go retrieve it.
Your wife.
You are so
His
you are
wife.
so nice here. Your wife?
Yes, my
Wait.
wife.
Ah, thank you. That's what
Thank
we
you.
wanted you to do.
Thank you.
Anyway, so this doctor, what was it again?
Ravka.
Ravna.
This Dr. Ravna.
Ravna.
Dr. Ravna, they're a friend of yours. Would you say you've got a good relationship with them?
Are they handsome?
They are quite striking.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay, God, I have to ask because it's happened to me before. Are they a vampire?
What?
This is
Quite striking. Lives in a house on a hill. Doctor.
What?
Vampire.
I want to know about it's happened to you before.
Yes, no, I would like to know this too.
Well, I'll tell you later, of course. Remy knows that this is not like if this has happened, Robin's like been hiding it very well. It is most likely a lie. I'll tell you about it later. Just I've been burned before.
Investigate their way. Have you stumbled upon some clue that I am not aware of?
If someone's a vampire, it's better to know beforehand.
That
I'm
is
assuming
true.
based on the conversation and the fact that you said nothing, Bruno, that no, to your knowledge, they're not a vampire. So I see it was a silly question. But if they were, we can all agree it would be good to know.
I've never encountered a vampire before in my life. It wasn't even on my what's the word? Radar hasn't been invented yet.
Correct.
What's that?
I said correct. Radar has not been invented yet.
Oh, I thought you were giving me an option. It's not even on my. It's not even
Map.
on my brain, on my map.
Radar. None of these are helpful.
Did you just look up
encourage
synonym
you-
for radar?
Yeah.
I encourage you all to go meet
Smoke
with
signal. It's not even on your smoke signal.
Horizon's not even on your horizon.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yes, yeah. Map, horizon, brain.
Dr. Ravna is quite charming and wonderful. I do encourage you, while myself and my wife are trying to have a wonderful in here, we are far from very good cooks. So,
Okay. Well, yeah. I was gonna say they mentioned in the letter some less than kind words about your cooking that I can't imagine or even hold. I would love to.
It's fine.
say-
It's
okay.
fine. It's fine. It's
It
fine.
just felt rude.
Yeah. If you want, we can set up for you to go head up there if you'd like. We can get the. I don't think you'll need your entire caravan, but we can make sure that there is a small cart that will take you all up there.
That sounds good to me.
Sounds delightful.
I
I have to go change.
Okay. And I will have my wife go and get you a pipe, Remy. Is that quite all right?
Thank you very much. That would be much appreciated. Let us know how much we owe you for the pipe and the fetching.
Yeah. We'd be happy to help you out.
Bruno steps away.
Okay.
Robin, can I see the letter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can I look at the seal and see if there's like any kind of I don't know what it's called, like a coat of arms or whatever, like a symbol of a person?
It's a family seal.
Can I see if I recognize it, and also definitely show it to Moss because I'm using religion. And it's probably not going to work. 14.
Nope.
Moss, do you know do you know anything about this symbol? Does it mean anything to you?
Should I roll religion or society?
That's probably society, right? I think society would get us better.
Yeah. So that is 28.
This is a very generic family seal. Each family in areas similar to this will have their own seal. You do not particularly recognize it, but you do understand the purpose of the seal is just to make sure that someone does not open or tamper with the letter before it gets to its destination. And so each family will have their own seal so that they know where it came from, and so that other families don't do it. So it's a unique seal, but it doesn't tell you anything about them really.
Okay.
With a I think crafting check makes more sense. Examining like the seal and the parchment, can I see if any of it came from like a rare source that would tell me something about this family's wealth or like background or anything like that? If there's any like specific materials in this?
No, I mean it's just a wax. It's just a red wax.
Just any old wax, cool.
I want to pull Robin to the side, just for a second.
Listen, I really am worried they're a vampire. I just need to make sure that's said.
How did you get there, though? I mean, I believe.
Well, you know the stories.
The
about
stories.
Vampires.
The only stories I know about vampires are that they're kind of hot and they they sparkle in the sunlight and
then they're very like charismatic in general, right? Like people will fall in line with them, and here's the thing: this person's like, oh, their food is terrible, right? And then Bruno's like, oh, the doctor's so great, but like you don't just get away with that unless you're like Moss, or a vampire.
Are you trying to tell me that Bruno is involved in some sort of a scheme to get people to go up to
No. I think Bruno is under the thrall. At worst, I don't think I'm prepared for.
The thrall of the vampire?
Yeah, vampires have like thralls. You didn't read any of those scrolls I left under your pillow, did you?
Can you read? Like
I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know.
I'll dictate them to you later. But look, I don't think they're a vampire. I just think that they might be a vampire, and I want us to be prepared for the event that they are, so they can't surprise us by being a vampire.
So it is, because they live up on the house.
And they're very striking.
Very well
liked.
Very well liked.
Powerful in the small area. I don't know. My map is going off. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. I'm a little worried now that Moss might be a vampire.
No.
No? Okay.
No, not Moss.
No, not Moss. Okay.
No. Well, think about it. She would have bitten us already.
Maybe she is playing the long game.
No.
Okay. I don't know. Traveling entertainer, has a caravan.
Oh God,
By the way, I'm imagining this entire conversation is happening while Moss has gone upstairs.
Yeah.
They pulled me off to the side. So
yeah. I'm just saying both of these things are happening simultaneously. Moss is changing.
Mm-hmm.
The pipe is being gathered. Krug is standing alone in the middle.
I'm sitting alone in the middle, staring at the two of them.
Okay.
Krug, as you're sitting on the couch, you actually notice that it's very dusty. Like
I immediately get up.
I think
did you want to say something, Ben?
No, yes, you're kind of freaking me out now. I mean, like I'm Detective Ashwillow. I mean, like I should have picked up on the signs that this might be a vampire.
No, but babe, here's the thing. You detect, but you can only detect what's in front of you. I inspect, which means I see it coming. So you don't have to worry about it. When we meet them tonight, if they're a vampire, I think you'll know. I can only think that they might be.
I see. It will be much better when they actually give me the pipe, I promise. But tonight, I suppose, we are going to have dinner with maybe a vampire.
So right before Moss comes down from the stairs to show off her new regalia, a woman comes through the front door. A little bit of an elderly woman. She walks in and she's got like a large, almost Victorian style dress. And she goes, is there a Remy in here?
The strong one.
Detective Ashwillow, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I like it.
I have something for you. And she opens up like a cloth that has like 4 or 5 different styles of pipes and says, I made a deal with the shop owner, and I brought a few for you to choose out, and I will take back the ones that you don't choose.
This one is the one.
What does it look like?
Oh, it's this.
It's a cloth with 5 pipes on it.
So it's got this like dark mahogany, almost like the part that you smoke out of, like at the end, and it goes out to this sort of maroon, like velvety looking, purplish, like wooden dyed end. and it's like it's big curves, and it's probably the size of Remy's like 2 hands combined. It's just huge. It's
so it's a saxophone.
It's like big, and it's like like that.
Very Seussian.
Awesome. You take it, and she goes, that's a great choice. And she wraps the rest of them back up, and we will add it to your bill when you check out.
Oh, fantastic.
I see. But you must be Bruno's wife, huh?
Yes, I am. I hope you're enjoying your stay here.
We are, truly.
Yes, I am. I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind. Bruno's wife. What is your name?
Tanya.
Tanya.
I apologize.
Wife.
Yes, we honestly don't get many people here, so some things slip away when you forget that people don't know who you are.
The people that you do have here, Tanya.
Yes.
Do they all get invited up to the house on the hill?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of us have been up there at least a few times, yes. I mean...
Has room 13 been up there?
I'm not quite sure. That seems like a good question for him. I don't keep tabs on our guests, sadly.
Of course.
Well, I mean, it's not really sadly. It's more
Probably
kind of
for the best.
Yeah.
With room 13 is certainly for the best.
No, if you kept tabs on me, I would be suspicious because I am a detective.
It's true. They'd see it coming from 2 feet away.
Okay, well, Tanya, if you have any other information, either about people going up to the house on the hill or about a newlywed couple that appears to be missing, you will let me know, okay?
And she looks a little bit nervous as you say that, and she goes, absolutely. And she quickly turns and walks back outside.
I would like to roll perception.
Remy leans over. Rob was like, well, that was weird.
Yeah, I want to roll perception.
You do not need to roll a perception to have seen that. You definitely get a weird feeling about it.
Well, I want to see if I can sense motive more deeply, because I specifically earlier I was thinking that Bruno, when we asked, Bruno might have known about them and was lying. So I want to see if she already knows, if that registered as she knows about this married couple but doesn't want to talk about it.
Okay.
And that is 24.
So you definitely get that she got weirded out by the mention of the married couple and not about the castle.
Okay. Cool.
Moss comes back down the stairs and into this, and she is wearing this. I just sent it to chat.
Here, let's describe it for the
it is blue embossed floral and starry gown.
Oh my God, Moss!
With a cloak and a giant gold crown and a gold belt.
Wow, Moss, maybe I should have read you. It said, "Don't worry, you're gonna look great." Moss, you're astounding.
I always look great, but thank you very much.
You do, but I think you found a new level, Moss.
Oh well, I've kept this in the back of my trunk for quite some time. I used to wear this to all the galas back in the day, but I haven't been to a gala in a while, and it's been quite some time since I've been invited formally to a dinner. So I figure I might as well, impress.
Well, it is too bad that Scott is not here to see you, or his thingy, Mm-hmm.
I think you're a little confused about what the thingy is.
It's okay. We don't need to know.
The flop of horse hooves a stamper outside, and Bruno walks in from the rain and says, yes, your ride is here, everyone.
Oh, ready. Okay.
The cart.
Thank you. Oh,
the
God.
cart. Thank you, Bruno.
God, Bruno, is there anywhere I could get a really fancy dress last minute in town? No is a perfectly acceptable answer, but I have to know.
I have things you could wear. I'm sure that we can magic them to be your size.
Moss, I'm very small.
I know, but I think we can magic it.
Moss the Magnificent dressed me.
Oh, that's true. One moment, Caravan. I just need to feel remotely comfortable next to my very fancy friend.
Wait. I want to pick one out for you.
Okay.
I've got it.
Cool.
I've got it right here.
Robin
traveling
can
with a
change her color to complement the dress, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, no. I've got it already. I actually
Cool.
had one pulled up, hopefully for this situation. So
Yeah, this is because Robin used to be super fancy for like
Here it
12,
is.
13 years or
There it
something.
is. It's
So
in
this
the
is her returning to. Oh my god!
Describe it for the podcast listeners.
Do you want to describe it, Jonas?
Oh, not really. It's green. Here's the thing. I don't. It is green. It's got like gold kind of like chest neck piece that goes like just like the top part of a cape. The head, it has a headpiece that's gold as well. And see, this is about as good of a description as I can do. If you have more flowy
It's
language,
a
Moss.
gold belt that has a two-tone shade of green. The dress itself is a lighter green, while the belt itself has more of a forest green, mixed in with the gold around the belt, around the chest, and around the shoulders is green and red coloring. The dress itself is very flowy and open. It also has, it's very, what is the term? It's not see-through. It is slightly transparent
Translucent, transparent
along the side.
Quality.
So as she walks, it kind of flows. Tulle, yes.
Yeah, tool.
And when she walks down, I think everyone can notice without a perception check that she looks a lot younger wearing this dress, which could just be the dress. But Remy specifically notices that she looks the same age she did when they got married. Like the exact same way. This is because of a spell that I've had on for a long time called Threefold Aspect, which lets you at will change between the ages of a maiden, an adult, or a matriarch. She is currently the young adult maiden.
Oh, I didn't know you had it. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. I haven't gotten to use it yet.
With everyone in their fancy dress, I would like Krug to describe what he is wearing.
Krug's fancy dress is the exact same as Krug's other dress, except for he has yet to fight whilst wearing it.
The caravan waits for all of you to enter. After a short while, you all get inside the caravan and start heading up to the hill. You can see that as you're going through the village, you can see that there aren't very many people outside. It could be because of the heavy rain. It could just be that the fact that most of the people in the town themselves are not really active. You all get moments of pure vision of the horizon and can see that due to the rain, the smoke piles or the fire pits of dead bodies are no longer being burnt. And it isn't long before you, in fact, reach the top of the hill where you are at the doorsteps of the castle. Again, the castle itself has a few pillars and it's all made of stone, and moss covers it, but it's not a green lush moss. It's more of like it's more of a black ichor that kind of surrounds the house itself. It gives it kind of a creepy vibe, but it is still kind of, it's still a castle, which kind of already has its own cool aspect of it. The caravan drops you off at the door, and as soon as you get off, it starts to head away. You stand at the door, which is a large wooden door that is probably, from your guess, approximately 12 to 14 feet tall, and it all arches at a single point in the center. There's a large door knock on the door itself.
Okay, so Robin is concerned about the vampiristic qualities of the owner of this home, this castle.
And
were you being serious when you said that?
I was being even less serious than I would be right now. Seeing the castle, to be honest.
So here's the deal. In order for us to get inside of the castle, they have to invite us in. That is just the way vampires work.
It's the opposite, babe.
What?
What do you mean?
Vampires would have to be invited.
They can't. If they invite us in,
but
we can't.
Here's the thing. I need to be clear again. I do not think that they're a vampire. I just think that they might be. And if they are, we should be prepared for it. And you can't tell me this makes you think less vampire than more.
I mean,
I don't know anything about vampires. I don't know why. I don't know how. Have you actually fought a vampire in your life?
No, I haven't actually fought a vampire. I've just read scrolls.
Come on. As everyone's bickering, Moss just raps upon the door.
Like Remy tosses the pipe back and forth, trying to grab it really quick, and then has it. Oh, okay, I am ready.
And she strikes a pose, waiting for the door to open.
The door opens and a man, a bald man, opens the door and says, "Ah, yes, welcome," and opens up and allows all of you to walk in.
Can we come in?
That's what welcome means, babe.
I'm already inside.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you.
Moss strides in with her gown flowing behind her like she owns the place.
As you walk in, the center of the room is a small, let me rephrase it, is a large bird cage. As two birds flutter inside of it, whistling and singing with each other. The room itself is large and grand, full of bright colors and wonderful textures all around. Drapery, the stones themselves, there's not a single dark or black thing within the room. Everything has just flush with color, and it itself is beautiful.
It's really resplendent in here.
Bald one, what is your name?
Oh, don't worry about my name.
I need your name.
It would be nice, because otherwise they're going to keep calling you Bald One, and that makes me feel bad.
You can call me Anton.
Anton.
It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Hold on. And Remy puts the pipe like in their armpit and pulls out the notepad in the quill. Anton, can you spell that for me?
Yes, it is Anton.
Anton. Just as I suspected.
As you say that, you hear the footsteps of someone walking down the large staircase. You see a person that is wearing a somewhat long, flowing dress. They walk down the stairs, their lipstick red and bright and crimson. They say, welcome. Thank you all for showing up. And they walk down the staircase.
Now, is it... I'm going to call this a perception. More of a walk or a glide?
A walk. It is a walk. They are literally stepping down. The flowy dress that they're wearing makes it just look kind of nice.
Truly, I do want to do a vampire perception check with a 24. Jonas, don't really think it's a vampire, but I have like gone so far into this that I want to do an in-character roll, at least one now.
Okay, roll it.
So a 24 perception.
Jonas, you have never seen a vampire in your life and have only heard Legend of Vampires, and they're more like the Nosferatu than they are anything. And so this person looks elegant, is very nice, and is less likely a vampire than you could ever perceive.
Okay, cool. Well, Detective, you already know this, but I think we don't got to worry about.
That's right. I think it's a vampire.
No.
Hello. What is your name?
I'm Doctor. Oh yes.
I think that you are the most fabulous creature I have seen in all of my travels.
Thank you. I'm Dr. Ravna. Nice to meet all of you.
This is like that joke where it's the doctor was a woman the whole time. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Not to be rude, but I prefer they them pronouns.
Oh, cool. Me too.
It's true. My name is Robin. I'm their wife. And we really appreciate the invitation. You have a wonderful castle here.
Thank you. Were you expecting something different? Were you expecting something not?
No. I was expecting personally something wonderful, but I could not have expected this. It's shocking. It's a very beautiful home.
I mean, to be fair, none of us were really expecting much of anything along these lines when we arrived. Like, what is it that got you to invite us here?
I enjoy beautiful things, and while I'm in this castle and the exterior may be horrendous, I like to have beautiful things here with me. And I must say, I heard that was what showed up. And she kind of opened. God damn it! I just did. I did it the whole episode. Good. Just now, I fucked it up. They open their arms and say, just like you, looking at Moss.
Sense motive.
Okay. They are going to reach forward and take Moss's hand and kiss the top of Moss's hand.
Yeah, I would like to sense some motives on this person.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 30.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm charmed beyond belief.
So Krug, you think that this is just a kind gesture that they're doing? Robin, you probably are guessing that they're able to kind of look at the room and be able to see who in this group prefers the compliments of their looks.
Sure. When they said they like to have beautiful things around them, do they plan on letting these particular beautiful things leave?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Cool. It was more a reference to the fact that they are proud of their home.
They don't mean they weren't. I thought they meant us because that was in response to why are we here? Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Well, they said they like beautiful things, referring to the building, and then they said, I saw you were here, and so it's more of a means to transition from talking about something attractive to giving a compliment.
Of course.
Well. Do you always, the people in town, if someone is new, do you always bring them up to your castle?
No, not always, but I had gotten word that you all were here.
We are attractive. We're all very hot. Yes.
Yes. Come. What is your names? I apologize. I'm not used to having guests, so it's I'm very rude sometimes when it happens to that. It just happens to be something that I'm not used to. So, what is your name? And they gesture to you, Remy.
Remy pulls the pipe out from the armpit and puts it back in the mouth. You can call me Detective Ashwillow.
Wonderful.
Strikes a pose. Detective Ashwillow.
Detective Ashwillow. It's a pleasure. And they take their hand out to shake yours.
Oh, shoot. Holding notepad with left hand and puts pipe back in armpit, shakes hand. Yes.
And yours, pointing to Robin.
Oh, Robin, wait, Doctor. Robin is fine. You can just call me Robin.
Investigator Robin, way.
Investigator Robin if you must, but honestly, just Robin is fine.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you. You, pointing to Krug.
Krug Claudel, pleasure to meet you. And I reach my hand out to shake their hand.
And they reach out and shake yours. You don't need to tell me yours. I have already been told far and wide that your name is Moss, the Magnificent.
Of course you know of me, but it is nice to hear my name upon your lips, especially from someone so beautifully coiffed.
Thank you so much. All of you can hear a piano playing in the other room. They go, "Oh yes, I would love for you to meet my children." And they walk forward and open a door, and the sound of the piano fills the room. Please come.
Oh my god. Robin goes.
Yeah, Remy follows and tears a piece of paper out of the notepad. Also, I have drawn you a picture of your bald friend, Anton, as a gift.
Thank you very, very much. This is also a wonderful piece of art. Maybe I can find a place on the wall that it will fit.
Ignore how much it looks like a horse.
They started off drawing horses.
I started off drawing a horse.
It's tough.
It is like a centaur.
All of you do me a favor and roll me a perception.
Aye.
26.
26.
28.
Mine is 30. No.
Whoa.
Not 30. 27. Sorry.
27.
How did I roll the lowest? I rolled an 18.
Because you're the least perceptive detective in the world.
The least perceptive detective in the world. That's Dr. Ashwell.
It's like your theme song.
You can see that there is a person in a suit playing the piano, not paying attention to any of you as you enter. The music that they are playing is quite beautiful and is performed very, very well. On the other side of the room, you can see a young lady sitting there. She gets up and she walks over and greets and looks over and waits for the music to stop. Shortly, the music stops and Dr. Ravna goes, yes, thank you. That was wonderful. Thank you so much. This is my son, Carl, and this is my daughter, Sabina.
It's a pleasure to meet you both. The music really is beautiful. You've clearly worked hard.
Yes, and Carl says, "Thank you very, very much. We must go to dinner. Yes, I believe it's ready. We're just waiting for you.
Of course.
Are you all right with pheasant?"
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds great to me. Carl with a C.
Yes.
Carl with a C. Okay, and Sabina with a
S.
a C, an S. Okay, all right.
Sabana.
Why, they are just as lovely as you are.
Thank you. They've been wonderful children for me, and they've worked so hard growing up. But yes, let's head to dinner.
Approximately how old do the children seem to be?
They're both adults.
Cool. And are these all humans? I forgot to ask.
Yes.
Cool.
They're all humans, and they all look of age. Like they look like these could be their children. Like it's not like a weird like you look the same age kind of a situation.
Right. Like a vampire family or something like the Cullens.
Like a vampire family, but they look age appropriate. You all head into a large, grand room that has a large table. As you all sit down, there's a plate in front of you and a small metal tin above it. If you decide to open it up, it is a beautifully cooked pheasant, as well as vegetables and potatoes, and it's just all around a very nice meal. So, yes, I must ask, what are you doing in our lovely little small town here?
Well, we're investigators, basically. We travel where there seems to be trouble and see if we can help.
I'd like to make eye contact with Remy and very slightly shake my head.
We are detectives for the Zombos. I am the great Zombo detective, Detective Ashwilo.
Yeah, it's true. Many of our problems, as you can expect, are zombie-related these days, but we're not above other sorts of issues.
What do you mean, zombie detectives? You all don't seem to be undead.
No. We detect zombies.
Yes.
We're
That is funny. That is a good one. I you know what? You are the one person so far I did not tell I was not a zombie. So I will tell you now. I am not a zombo.
It's just true. None of us are. It's very true.
I figured as much. But so you are solving zombie crimes? I'm just a little confused.
Any help that needs doing. I mean, honestly, if I had my way, we wouldn't have zombos anymore at all. But in the meantime, no, we find a problem and we help. We have a pretty wide range of skills and, more importantly, the willingness to do good.
The hope is to eventually lead us to a future without zombos, you know?
Yes, no, completely understandable. But what does that bring you here for?
Well, there's certainly a lot of zombies around here, aren't there?
There's a lot of zombies all over the place. We just have been pretty good about trying to keep them away. Haven't had the wall breached in over 2 months.
Is that your doing?
Oh no! I live up here. I don't deal with anything within the city. My family used to own the city, but
They owned the city.
Well, they founded the city and they funded everything, and then they ended up giving the city over to the people, and now we kind of just live our own lives. We kept our home, of course, but we gave everything else to the citizens of the town.
Well, that was quite generous.
It was. There was a rumor that there was a curse on the family. Apparently, there's some local witches out in the forest, and they put a curse on our family. And the only way that they could retrieve their wealth and everything is if they gave up everything. But I call shenanigans on that. I don't think that that's true. But
well, there are witches out there.
You don't think the witches are true?
I mean, I'm sure that there are witches out there. I mean, I just don't believe that they put a curse or a hex or anything like that. We've never experienced witches within the town, so there's no reason for us to believe that they are, in fact, around us.
Well, they're out in the bog or whatever, right? Right, Moss?
I'm not certain. I mean, I've heard rumors of witches everywhere.
Moss only knows the song about the witches of the bog, but that could be any bog, Detective Ashwillow.
Yes, you see, I used to perform this song, the witches of the bog, the witches in the bog, they're up to their eyeballs in mud and they turn people into frogs.
You know the one?
Yeah, that one.
Well, I know they could be in any bog,
sure.
but they're like specifically in the
I'm going to
bog.
kick Remy before they finish the sentence.
They're just kind of like, yes. Well, like I said, it's all rumor, and that was, hundreds of years ago. So it's nothing that we really keep a concern about or really even care about. It's just something funny to bring up during dinner.
Remy pulls a candle like close, like to their face, lighting them a little bit from below. They sit up on their chair. Oh, let's face it, they stand up on their chair, and then go, huh. Well, if we are talking about rumors, then perhaps you know something about a newlywed couple that has gone missing.
I have not. I apologize. I haven't heard of anything such as that.
Sense motive. I want to see if that's true.
Okay.
27.
You're not quite sure.
Okay.
I just mean, you know, a nice little newlywed couple. They go out in their caravan. They run into something and the wheel, it falls off. And they go, oh, shoot, we are stuck out here. And it rains around here quite often. I mean, maybe they get caught out in the rain and they go, oh, we need to find a place to stay. What's this, a castle on the hill? Oh, come on in. Welcome, the bald man says. They enter inside and eat pheasant, hear piano played by a person and then another person. And then they give you a drawing of a horse and you say, oh, this art, so precious.
This Remy has quite the active imagination.
That's why they're a detective. They
Yes.
imagine all the possibilities.
We
It
asked
sounds
because,
very much of what has happened tonight with you, I must say.
yes. Well, we asked because we did find an abandoned carriage in the street, but it
Oh
probably
no, that's terrible. Inside the city, or
no,
Just a
just
couple hours out, yeah.
out on
Oh,
the
no.
forest roads.
oh no,
but-
I hope nothing poor happened to them.
Oh, as do I. You're so kind.
How do you know that it's a newlywed couple? That is an interesting.
Ah, yes. Well, the investigator way.
I found a lot of small grains of rice, just kind of scattered here and there. And we sort of put our brains together, as we do, and determined that one of the few instances, other than, you know, a bag of rice exploding, which would have led to much more rice, is, well, certain marriage ceremonies, yeah, they'll throw rice at the newlywed couple. And
Yes. It was many years ago I was married, but we had the same. We had the same thing.
You were married.
Yes.
Is your partner around here?
No, sadly, she died. I apologize.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh no!
Oh,
no,
jeez, yikes, Moss.
it was years. It was years and years and years ago. We have gotten over it, and while she will always be a part of my heart, she's just not here.
Well, listen, I know it's not easy to live without the one you love, and I guess I'm thankful for you that you have what you still have. I mean, wonderful children, a beautiful home, piano music all day long, I have to assume.
Yes. She did give me 2 beautiful children, and I'm very much grateful for both of them. And they bring on her spirit. In fact, she was an amazing piano player, and that's why Carl has picked it up so well.
Well, it's a good thing that someone is using it. I mean, pianos are very hard to come by. And like, if it's just sitting in your home, it would be pretty sad if the one that you loved played piano and then it was just a constant reminder of what you used to have.
And it is such a pain to be able to constantly tune. Like, oh, it's terrible.
Well, do you have a restroom?
Yes, of course. If you head out that hallway, it should be the first door on your left.
Wonderful. You know, sometimes a great detective also has to take great trips to the bathroom. I will be back. And Remy gets up off of the table and starts going down the hallway.
I sort of, you've got a pretty good vantage point up on the hill, and you say you've been here a while. Do you know the sort of weather around here? It's very erratic, I would say, right?
It's terribly drizzly and just drab constantly. It feels like it's raining 7 days a week. It's terrible.
Yeah, is that a new development? I mean, has that been your whole lifetime?
It's been like that for as long as I remember.
Interesting.
It goes back to the old witch's tale.
Oh, sure. There's those witches again. Well, I'll tell you what. It sounds like if we want to know any more information, we got to talk to these witches.
If only they were real.
Right? If only. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sneaking around the castle. If that wasn't clear.
100% clear. Roll me your stealth, my good friend.
Did you even walk the direction of the bathroom? I need to know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I sense motive to see if I realize that's what Remy was getting up to do?
How would you not know Remy was going to do?
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to be fair, but if you're just going to give it to me, I'll take it.
I would say
I'm
that
not rolling, but I'm married, so.
Krug, I would say that you have been around Remy long enough and know their shenanigans well enough that there was no way in hell that Remy was going to the bathroom.
You know that when Remy needs to go to the bathroom, they don't ask where it is. They just say what they're doing and go find it.
If it's any indication, the player recognized that the player was going to go do it. So
yeah.
Close enough, right?
Yeah.
All right. I rolled an 18 for my stealth.
You have a +1?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Well, and remember, normally you have penalties because your armor, but you're not wearing your armor since you're wearing the fancy garb that Moth made. So you don't have any sort of penalties or anything like that.
I actually, I don't get a penalty for my armor because my strength is really good, isn't it? Didn't we?
No. You get a dex cap. It's not a penalty. It's just you can only have a maximum positive dex value because of your armor.
Which I assume
it's not a penalty. It's a maximum. Quote
yeah,
unquote.
I believe your dexterity is only a 1, right?
Wait a minute, I screwed up. I read survival.
Oh.
My stealth is my stealth is +9.
That's 26 then, eh?
Oh my gosh, that's 26.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. You're able to use your sneaky little goblin feet all around the castle. Is there any specific area in which you are looking to go to?
I want to find the Dr. Ravna's coffin.
That's right. You still think they're a vampire.
And I want to find the torture chamber.
The blood room. The blood room.
The blood room.
Blood closet.
So you sneak around the house and you manage to find what you believe to be Dr. Ravna's bedroom. As you open the door of the bedroom, you look inside and there's a large 4-posted bed in the center of the room. At the foot of the bed, from where you would be laying if you were sleeping there, you could actually see a large painting of Dr. Ravna and what you could easily presume to be their wife, holding each other. As 2 children at the bottom, what you could only perceive to be a young Sabina and Carl, as there as well.
And there's like a drastic age difference.
Yeah, you can tell that they're actually children. And
all right, I'm going to take out my notepad and I'm going to try to redraw that painting as accurately as I can.
Okay.
Oh
Krug, were you going to do something when you knew that Remy was going to go sneak around?
Krug's just planning on trying to prevent anybody that lives here from getting up from the table. So Krug's going to start telling stories of their adventures and trying to make it as socially impolite as possible for them to get up and leave in the middle of the story.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and they're not like questioning it, right? And they're having complete dinner conversation. They seem to just be nonchalant about the fact that Remy has been gone for about 20 minutes. And
also it helps that we have cool stories. Like I tell them about all of our time on a ship and what that was like and about all the but I leave out like deity related activities and any mention of Corvids. And I just like all those things happened without the context of those important things surrounding it.
That's impossible. You can't tell one thing without telling all of it.
And I'll roll if you want me to like.
No, it's fine. Okay. Remy, after you draw, you get the feeling that you've been gone for quite a while, and you don't think you're going to really be able to search through the rest without being clearly obvious that either you have died in the bathroom or are not in the bathroom. And so you also kind of get a feeling that this castle is quite large, and if you wanted to actually search the entire house, it would probably take you at least a few hours to legitimately search the house. So you kind of get that feeling. Would you like to head back to dinner?
Yeah, I get back to the dinner table. I walk in. I immediately go, "Oh my goodness, we should stay the night."
I would love for you all to stay the night. I apologize, but I actually have quite a few guests coming over tomorrow, and we're having to spend the rest of the evening getting ready for it. I apologize. I would normally, under normal circumstances, ask for you all to stay here.
Wait, a fabulous party? Are we not invited?
I would love for all of you to come by. You should come by. It's tomorrow night.
And
yes.
I have to say, are you certain you couldn't use a few more pairs of hands getting ready? I mean,
we've got people coming in. We've hired quite a bit in the city to come in and help us.
Of course.
Well, I do want to say, I mean, like the detective work doesn't pay the same way that it used to. If you want to like throw a couple of, little silver my way, I could, dust the little,
Krug mentioned that you all killed the black dragon.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
We specifically did not, but we got so close. It was very close.
I tried to be befriended. Did not work very well.
Krug said this.
I'm gonna go walk around next to where Remy is, and I'm gonna put my arm around Remy's shoulder, and I'm gonna say, "Yeah, you should have seen what they were doing to this dragon. It was crazy, absolutely, just the most intense fighting I've ever seen. It was majestic almost."
Well, the way I was I
squeeze Remy's shoulders as hard as I can without flexing my arm in such a way that people can notice.
I felt as though I was in my prime. You're right. We'll come back for the party tomorrow. Thank you for inviting us. Also, your bathroom, quite nice.
Thank you
I liked
very
it so much. I almost stayed there.
I'll have Anton call the cart. It's not far. It'll be here in just a moment. But let me walk you to the front door. And they, in fact, walk with the group to the front door. And they start to talk to you. Yes, I was a doctor many, many years ago, but after my wife's passing, I kind of lost the passion for being a doctor. And, well, I just kept the title and stopped actually working in the field.
Do you do something different now?
No, I just kind of live here and work with my family and make sure that they're taken care of.
To just live.
To just live.
I truly miss that life. And
that is the greatest adventure.
Yes.
I think they call it retirement. I'm not quite sure. But anyways, it was lovely meeting all of you. I will make sure that there is a caravan out to pick you up tomorrow at the inn for the party. I cannot wait for all of you to show up. It is actually a masquerade party. Don't worry about getting masks. We have them prepared for everyone.
So delightful. Would you like me to perform a song or two?
Yes, we've got an entire band coming to perform. So we would love for you to come up on stage and perform.
Oh, yes. I'm so looking forward to it. I'm going to hardly be fun tonight.
Anton opens the door and there is the caravan is outside. He goes, the ride is here for you. It was wonderful seeing all of you. Thank you so much for having a wonderful dinner with me, and I cannot wait to see you all tomorrow. And Carl and Sabina both thank you both very, very much. And throughout the dinner, they were, in fact, sociable, and they talked, and they listened to all of you and asked you questions. It's not like they were just robots. I'm just a bad GM and can't play 3 different people. And so they were very much a part of the conversation and they're actually very excited. In fact, Carl has actually taken a liking to Moss in the sense that he's very excited for you to be here tomorrow. He goes, Moss, I must ask, tomorrow, is there any way that I could steal a dance with you?
Oh, of course. I will save the very first one for you, and probably several beyond that.
I look forward to it. Thank you so much. And he takes your hand and kisses it as well. And Anton stands there and goes, are you all ready?
Is Sabina here as well?
Yes, she is.
Okay, I want to just go up and just like whisper in her ear, put a hand on her shoulder. Just so you know, Sabina, if you feel it, Krug is a fantastic dancer. Just to put that in your brain. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Did I hear that?
No, it was a whisper. I mean, you can roll if you want, but
No.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what your intention was.
No. My intention is you don't hear it.
Okay.
So all of you get into the caravan and ride back to the house.
While we are in the caravan,
Yes.
I do just want a moment like, okay, I did some sleuthing around as the Detective Ashwilo, and I saw this portrait that was painted on the wall, and it looks exactly like this. This is a horse.
It's a very skillful horse.
I swear I thought I was going to be, you know what?
Did you just go to the bathroom and draw a horse? Is that what you did?
I did it. I was going to draw the picture, but I started with one of the faces and it started looking more like a horse and I felt bad. So I just finished the horse.
I mean, I got
didn't
a
have whole lot
really
of time.
strong vibe that you were going to go try to get some kind of information or something. But if you just went to the bathroom, that's fine.
No, I did. I did some sleuthing. I went around. I found Dr. Ravna's room, I think, and there was a portrait with Dr. Ravna and their wife, and then the two kids, and they were very young. And I was like,
bedroom?
Well, yeah, of course.
This is I wanted to say at the beginning of the conversation, we're having a whisper conversation where the driver can't hear us.
A whisper
Yeah,
conversation.
if we need to roll stealth check, let us know. But yeah, we don't want the driver to hear this.
I was going to draw it. I mean, like, I don't know if it was like really relevant. I didn't find anything else. I didn't have a lot of time. All right. I was trying to be a cool Detective Ashwilo, you know, getting the information and everything, exposing these vampires for who they actually are, and it just didn't go the way that I wanted it to.
Describe what you were trying to draw.
Okay, so Dr. Ravna, the wife, the children, much younger. That is it.
It just sounds like a family portrait.
It does just seem like a family portrait, which you would think would be easy to draw, especially if you're looking at it, but it just comes out looking like a horse.
I see. Maybe they're horse vampires.
No, I think I just really can't draw. And that's all I want.
So you all make it back to the inn. The inn is very quiet as you walk in, and all of you start to head to your rooms. You hear the very faint sound of crying.
How old of a being appears to be crying?
It sounds like an older woman. If you were to guess based off of the information, you would assume that it's Bruno's wife.
Tanya.
From a private room or from somewhere we could access, like.
You
would have to look around. You can hear it. But you don't.
I want to roll perception. I want to see what she's at, but I also want to see if I can get a sense of Bruno being here or not. I'm 25.
I'm gonna use my hero point, by the way.
Cool.
Your category is
actually 26.
A natural 20,
which
is 31.
This is all perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You can hear that you might be able to get to them, and I'm gonna add that to your stealth. Because you all kind of, I assume, want to move towards it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, can you all roll me stealth, please?
Yeah. And no sign of Bruno?
No,
18.
no sign of Bruno.
18.
22.
18 as well.
Sorry, 18, 20...
30.
30. You feel fairly as quiet as you possibly could be, and you can peek into a room. The door is slightly ajar, so you're able to peek in, and you can see Tanya on the floor with a small cupboard open up on her hands and knees, holding something in her hand as she's crying. You hear, as you're sitting there kind of trying to figure out what it is, you hear Bruno say, "Tanya, honey, are you there?" And she quickly wipes the tears and puts the object back into the cupboard, puts some things on top of it, and closes the door and gets up and starts walking towards the door that you are all standing outside of.
I knock on the door. Okay, let me be more specific. I pull myself back from the door,
Mhm.
like so that she can't see my face in the ajar part, and then I like knock on the door very softly.
Goodness.
Give me food, Krug.
Sorry. I have a cat, and the cat is lonely.
Lonely, and there's another cat. That's the best part. That there's
Yes.
two. Hello. Is someone there?
I'm sorry. I heard something that sounded like crying, and I was just a little bit worried. Are you all right?
Oh yes, I'm fine. And she opens the door. I apologize. It wasn't crying. Yes, it was crying. I was just reading a very sad book, and it just
The rest of us are here too. Hello.
Yeah. No, like literally, when she opens the door, you're all just like, and she's like,
we work together.
Yeah, I was just reading a book, and it just touched me in just the right spot and made me cry. But I'm fine. And she like walks out and closes the door behind her. She goes, I've got to go see to.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to make this awkward. And Krug just like awkwardly leaves.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Did
good
she
night.
lock the door?
It doesn't seem like she locked it.
After she walks away, I'm going in.
Oh, me too. I'm following.
God, I was gonna do the same too, but like I feel like we shouldn't all do it.
I already.
Oh well,
left.
if you're doing it, then you should do it.
Yeah. I'm super stealthy. Why don't Krug and I go in, or just me if Krug doesn't want to
I left.
for high stealth.
So as soon as she is out of the way, you all just kind of pile into the room. I assume you're going directly for what she had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'll
open
keep watch. I'll keep watch.
You open the cupboard and you pull the small objects out, and you pull out, and it seems to be a small glass frame with a painting of a young lady that is sitting that's in there, and she looks fairly young, maybe in her teens, early 20s. And as all of us stare over Krug's shoulder, holding this painting in his hand, not quite sure what it is, we go back and we see the man with the cigar dabbing away the sweat on his head, looking down at the body, seeing that it's an exact match to the painting that Krug is holding in his hands. He closes the casket and pulls himself out, sitting on the edge, just trying to catch his breath. As we hear someone walking along the edge of the grave, just right outside of sight. He gets up and he looks around, trying to figure out what it is. He reaches in and pulls out a cross. And out from the shadows, Sabina walks out. What are you doing here? He looks over at her and says, you know what I'm doing here. And the same thing I should be doing to you. She looks at him. You did not hurt her, did you? And she rushes to the grave and sees that he has in fact laid a stake right through her heart. Why shouldn't I kill you right now for what you murdered her? I didn't murder her. I saved her. It's what you all do to them that murders them. And they stand each on the side of the grave of the young girl, staring at each other, moments away from attacking each other. And that is where we're going to end.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you all so much for helping us, with the first kind of spooky Court of Corvids episode.
Yeah, this is the first scary one with dark themes.
Yeah, none
None have ever had anything like this before.
None.
900 people died on the 3rd episode or something like that.
First of all, it was after the first arc before I started killing people. Thank you very much.
That was a prologue, so like the 5th episode, something like that, closer. maybe.
Yes, thank you all so much. The plan is to have this arc run throughout Halloween and have this kind of fun narrative storytelling process that we're doing something a little bit different. I hope all of you have a wonderful, spectacular October. Let's go around the table and tell everyone where you can be reached. Krug, why don't you start us off?
Krug, you can reach me on Discord at Krug and then some numbers followed by the Krug 2604. I'm really bad at social media, and I'm better at Discord. So if you just want to talk to me, just go on our Discord, and I'll talk to you on Discord. It'll be great. Yeah. That's the end of my thing.
Anyways, Moss, why don't you take it over?
Hi, I'm Molly McIsaac. I've been playing Moss the Magnificent. You can find me across the internet at Molly McIsaac, except here on Twitch, where I am Night Glimmer, and I'm streaming now. So you should come hang out with me while I play video.
Nice. Awesome. Remy and Robin.
My name is Jonas. I'm on Twitter at Jonas Newhouse.
Hi, I'm William. I'm playing Remy, and I'm on Twitter and Instagram at KWilliamWhite. And I look forward to this Thursday, Killer Set, the Monster of the Week campaign, where I take bands and musicians to play bands and musicians who have to solve mysteries and fight monsters in order to play their gigs. Joining us is Bad Moves.
Nice. And my name is Jake. You can reach me on Twitter at IndigoQT, or you can reach me on our Discord channel. I would like to point to all of you, if you have not seen it here, to check out our Court of Corvids private chat. And for all of you, head over to the QueueTimes Discord channel and the art channel, because our very own Kat has drawn some phenomenal drawings of today's episode. The first one is a picture of a blade of grass that looks all tripped out and said, I did not consent to this.
Oh my God.
And
how do you draw that? What?
And then the second image is of Moss talking with Clokey, which is phenomenal. And I love this picture of Clokey.
Oh my God.
It's Clokey, like in demon form talking.
Little Madlet.
Yeah, look at him. He's perfect. It's actually exactly how I've imagined him.
He's like the fucking Danny DeVito in Hercules, but a demon.
Yeah. Also,
I like how there's a little note at the bottom that says, I have no idea what toes look like.
They look like that. That's what they look like. These are phenomenal. I love them so much.
Oh my God.
Kat has made some phenomenal artwork, and I love all of it so much. That being said, speaking of Kat, we have been actually going, and like some nights we've actually been playing video games on our Discord channel. And I promised Kat that I would play some, what's that horror game that we bought, Krug?
Phantasma something,
which is a ghost hunting game where you play as a ghost hunter and you have to go into a house and hunt ghosts. So if you want to hang out with us, we're going to be on Discord playing that game.
Phantasmophobia.
Phantasmophobia. It's actually a really fun game. It's quite creepy, and it's a great game to play during the spooky season. So thank you all so very, very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Remember, this is our new time slot. We're starting at 1:30 and running until about 4:30. We ran a little bit over, and then starting next week, we have our brand new show called Power Play, which is a game all about superheroes and their origins, and it's a phenomenal cast, and it's ran by Rick Budd, who it used to write for Geek and Sundry for Vast, and I believe Callisto 6. I might be wrong, so I'm probably gonna stop saying that. But Rick is a super awesome dude, and I'm very excited to see him do some long format content like Power Play. So I hope you all stick around next week after our show to come around and watch theirs. Until then, everyone, have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye.